So they said he was let go without cause, is what he said. Yeah.
So, here's something I want to bring up if we get a mechanic
Never.
to talk to.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
It's an email from them basically saying, I was getting my exhaust manifold done, and it's an email from them saying that a note on this situation, though, that is most likely an error is that the overheating and warpage of the cylinder head occurred due to the hose coming loose after the original repair in mid-July. When it is very well was most likely that the broken exhaust stud engine noted on the original repairs in mid-July caused or allowed the heads to warp. They're basically saying that they tore the engine apart. I got them to tear the engine apart. They said it needs a new engine from overheating. The heads are warped. It needs a new engine.
Right. Okay.
The dealership admitted it.
But not because of them. They're not saying it's because.
Now, in an email from the general manager, they're saying that I took it in for an exhaust manifold. They're saying that the exhaust manifold caused the engine.
I know. Yeah.
Which isn't. I talked to. It's not possible, really.
We have to.
That's the.
I want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it
an
in a way that. So listen. Here's what I want to say though, Dan and Mark. Just find ways. I don't think we have enough disagreement on this show. I think you ought to find ways to disagree with me.
Well, I say I'm better looking than
especially you, Dano. Dan is just, he doesn't have enough reasons to disagree.
No, the problem is you just keep getting louder and louder.
No matter what the fuck I say. I think as I get older, these guys have totally...
3 plus 2 is 4, damn it!
They figured I fucking lost it. They just don't even respect me anymore.
Poor fucking Weinstein. Well, let's do
that. No, what happened?
He is guilty.
No, what happened?
Not of the top ones. He's guilty of a lot of shit, but not of the big ones.
Okay.
No, really?
Yeah, but he's going to jail.
But what was he? Oh, I gotta find out.
He was guilty of sex assault.
What's the internet here?
But he was not guilty. Right behind you. Or fuck, I don't know what they did with it.
Let me just go and find out.
It's gone.
What are you guys talking about?
It's I Heart Guest.
What do you need, man? Oh, the.
Yeah, I Heart Guest. This has no internet secure connection.
It's terrible.
It used to work, but I got a new laptop.
Do you have a hotspot? Just do your hotspot. It's better.
It's
really
if you have AT&T, who do you have?
We don't have unlimited on our plan.
Oh. God, you must be the only one that doesn't have unlimited.
Because I don't want to ever be neutered. I paid a fuck ton of money for my data, but I never get neutered that way. Nobody ever.
That's right. Because even unlimited, they slow you.
I'm in a very old.
They're
plan.
so fucked up.
I'm in a very old plan that I refuse to get out.
Listen, here's what we'll do. You take the stance today.
Whatever I take.
Harvey is innocent.
and really, what harm did it do? In the long run.
Me too. What?
Because they really wanted it.
They really wanted it.
Or I love the excuse they were asking for it.
He was under the influence. They shouldn't have dressed like that.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. Really the only show anywhere of its kind, the longest running show on radio with the same host currently on the air. Check it out, I don't care, just do it. Listen, let's talk really. What really matters is not what I do, but what you do. You tell people about the show and say, you gotta come, you gotta listen to the show. There is nothing like it. Let's have some fun. You know, it is fun. Not just a problem, but you can have on-air reviews. And then you can do social radio. That's right. Just let us know your status and what the hell's bugging you. It doesn't even have to be a problem we can solve. You just want to get it off your chest. If we get really good sound bites, that's why I'm calling it social radio, it'll catch on. Trust me, it will catch on. It took a long time for referral lists to catch on. Now everybody's got a referral list. You turn around, there's a new referral list, right? Except we were the original. So social radio will be where you make a comment or an observation that's so good, we replay it now and then like a blurb here and there, and we drop it. It's called dropping it in. And then you can promote your Instagram or your Twitter that way. I'm going to make a new effort to feed social media, although it's so difficult. Do you think people care about where you are and what you're eating? Apparently they do, because there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of accounts. and these people just tell you where they are every minute of the day, and every single shot have them in it. You know, it's a way of life. It's not even worth talking about. It's just a way of life. If you want to be relevant, you have to have social media. Okay. RealCBD.works.com is Panacea Life Sciences. The reason I mention this, they're a sponsor, and I like having sponsors that cut through the mess. I like having sponsors that can give you answers. So many times we look for CBD products. There are millions of them, and you wonder, where should I turn? I make it easy for you. I'm serious now. I would never mislead you. RealCBD.works.com is a CBD product you can trust with a lab and golden, scientifically formulated products that give you the dosing they say with pure product. RealCBD.works.com. Whether it's for sleep, anxiety, or pain, RealCBD.works.com. So welcome to the show. Let's talk. Today we'll talk about anything you want. Sears and Lorraine. She wants to talk about that. And then I'll introduce you to some guests that drop by to say hi. Lorraine, what is happening with you, Lorraine? And people to call 24/7, you call 303-MARTINO. So you might be listening to a podcast or to an affiliate somewhere, or live on Facebook and YouTube. You might be listening to an archive show. If you don't know where to call, I know a lot of people write to radio stations where they hear me and say, can you get this to Tom? Just go to 303-MARTINO and pass that number around. You will get help if you call 303-MARTINO. I mean, even if we can't directly help you, we can give you a direction to go on anything. So, Lorraine, what's happening? What's going on with you?
Well, I've been waiting since October 21st to get my oven fixed on my Sears.
Oh, God, it
Elite.
sucks. You know what? Sears
really
is
do.
one of those dinosaurs. We're in a transition period where dinosaurs are going away. Sears is one of them. They're trying to be relevant. They never will be relevant again. And they have a really hard time servicing product. So do you have the Kenmore appliance?
No, I have a Sears Elite gas on glass double oven 40-inch range.
How old
Okay.
is it?
How long?
How old?
what? I think it's about 12 years.
Oh, okay. So what's wrong with it? I mean, in other words, why are you going to Sears? You can go anywhere to get those serviced.
Well, you could if they would order Sears parts, but I live on the Eastern Plains, and no one will work on Sears because you can't get the parts.
What's wrong with it? Do you know? And how do you
Yes.
know?
It will not hold temperature.
When you say it doesn't hold temperature, does it get too hot or does it cool off?
It cools off.
All right. And you had someone tell you this from Sears?
Yes,
Did they say what was wrong and what they needed?
yes, and they ordered the part and sent it to us.
What did they say you needed?
Uh,
A temperature sensor.
An element.
An element.
An
Okay.
element.
All right. And then that you have the element in your possession, right?
Not anymore. No, they came and said that was the wrong one they sent. We'll have to come back. And that was in November. And then they came in December, and we're going to move the stove out, and they lifted it up and broke the seal between
Okay,
the oven.
Lorraine, what I need to know is the element. Where is it right now? Do you have an element?
No, I don't have
Okay.
an element.
Why?
They took it back with them
Why?
because it didn't work. The fourth time they came and tried to put it in, the part didn't work.
Now this isn't a warranty thing. You're paying for this.
I paid $406.01.
You already paid it. Why don't
Oh,
you?
you have to pay up front.
Okay. Where are we now? Are you waiting for the part again? Is that what you're waiting for? Let's get the damn part and
No,
have someone
no.
else do it.
They-
Okay.
They actually said, the repairman said, technician comments, forego repair replacement may be in order due to damage done by tech.
Oh, wait a minute. So they're saying it's not worth fixing now because the tech did something to ruin it.
Yes, because you can't get.
This sounds like a truck I heard of. So hold on now.
Okay.
No, I'm going to talk about that.
Is it because you can't get the party ruined?
What did he ruin? What did he do? Not what he came to fix. What did he do?
He lifted up the top of the range
And?
where the where the gas is
And?
on glass, broke the seal on the glass, and bent the stainless steel from lifting it up too high.
Bent what?
The stainless steel on the back of the range.
You mean
top.
just like the panel? I mean,
Yes.
it's not structurally hurt, is it?
I don't know. Nobody.
I mean,
fixed
is it? What I'm asking you, is it just
Yes,
cosmetic?
Yes, it is structurally hurt. They lifted up the glass and broke the seal.
What seal?
The seal around the glass, between the glass and the
It can't.
oven
That's
and
not structural.
the
Can it be
stainless
fixed?
steel.
Can what they broke as far as the seal be resealed? Can you get a new seal?
Here's what they're telling me: forego repair, replacement may be in order due to damage done by tech.
Okay.
That's from the
So
tech.
then they need to credit you or something to get you a new thing, right? I mean, isn't that
Yes.
the bottom line?
They need to get me my stove back.
Right.
I love my
Well,
stove.
wait a minute. It's
Okay.
a 12-year-old stove.
Right.
There's
so
a value
even,
here.
So that's exactly right. So even if they're responsible for damaging it, Lorraine is not saying I want a new one. She's saying I want mine back, and she has a right. But if they can't, then this is the craziest thing. I'm just going to say it. Whether you like it or not is a different story. But in these cases where you have an older item that is destroyed by someone and they give you the value of that item, you
It's
are
still
left.
online for sale.
No, what I'm saying is it's an older item. If
Yeah, I get it. And they did come out and they did try to repair it.
Right.
So the $406.01 is just gone.
No, it
get
isn't.
that.
Oh, no, it isn't. Why should it be gone? They should give that back to you. What, are you kidding me? That's the first thing we do is get you a refund. The next thing is they need to pay for the damage they did. However, the damage was to a 12-year-old range that needed repair. So you need to get a value for that, plus get your $400 back, and then just buy something. Listen, life isn't fair. You shouldn't have to buy a new one. And here's the other
Lord
thing.
knows we know that.
How
Life
much
is
are
not
they on?
fair.
How much do they sell for now? That same range.
$2,500.
Okay, and yours was about 12 years old.
And it cost about $2,500.
Yeah, so they probably owe you half of that. Plus your money back. They owe you something, Lorraine. Don't they acknowledge they owe you something? Get right down to it. Do they acknowledge they owe you something?
No, I've been trying to get a hold of the insurance company. They've apologized.
Well, you know
for
what?
Sears,
I'm going to have Deputy Doc. Take a look at this. Deputy Doc, we call him that because he's a retired doctor. And really, I'm serious. I'm going to put this down on our big board here, we call it. And we're gonna take this case because I believe we need to fight for you on this one, Lorraine. This is BS. I mean, if they did damage, they owe you the value. Let's forget about trying to get it fixed. Let's just get you at least the money they took from you. Now, there should never be a dispute on that $400. Why did you even say that? Oh, well, that's gone. Why? Are you willing? Why?
Because they came out and did try.
Well, the hell with them. They tried. It didn't work. You don't pay for it. You don't even have the element. What do you mean?
But someone else diagnosed it. This whole thing sounds weird. Who diagnosed it?
No, Sears did. Sears did.
And then who actually came out and installed the parts?
Sears. It was Sears.
Home Services.
Yeah, okay. It's for Sears. Look, we'll take it on. All right? We'll take it on. I think we're in agreement on that one. They did damage. They owe you what they damaged, plus what they didn't repair, the other $400, and then you go get yourself something else. But I want to put a word out right now on Sears. They suck so bad. I can't even tell you how bad they suck. That's how bad they suck. Do not use Sears for anything. Now, Craftsman tools have been purchased. They don't even have Craftsman tools. They are bad. Well, not bad like unethical bad. They just suck. Yeah. Okay, you're going to tap your angel at Sears, and then can you just go, I'll put him down, then he can go. If you need help
Problem
like
is,
having somebody do something, you don't have to worry about it. Just have him do whatever has to be done.
Follow up if need be.
I still didn't understand how that happened.
How what happened? Oh, she had somebody come out and diagnose it.
Who?
It was the service. It's an independent company, but it's for Sears. They sent him out. And that's what she meant. It wasn't Sears. It was an independent company, but Sears sent them as part of their service.
I just had a warranty claim with Home Depot on my washer and dryer, and it went perfectly well. flawless. I was so happy with it.
How old was it?
3 years.
We don't want to talk
Under
about that.
warranty.
We don't talk about things that go well.
We don't talk about things that go
That's
well.
right.
I just
Just-
say it. It's not always bad.
No matter what, I want you to tell us it sucked.
Well, what's the life on a stove? I mean, 12 years isn't that old, is it?
No, it's about 20, I would say at
Yeah.
least, right? 20, 25.
Yeah.
That's why we said they would
For
owe her half.
$2,500, 25
I
years,
think they owe her
whatever.
half.
Right.
But then,
I don't know about
but
half.
Then, see,
Because-
I knew it.
Holy
They
shit.
can't
Now,
have to,
Dan,
it's not
your
working.
turn. I say half. What do you
Half?
say, Dan?
No idea.
What do you think the life of an oven is?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm just saying
it's not.
24 years.
It's also not working at the time, so the actual cash value is a lot less than.
Yeah, it
years of
wasn't working to
service.
begin with.
Yes.
Nor do
That's
we know
right.
what the problem is.
So give her repair money back, half minus $400 because that's what it would have taken to repair.
That's
it.
right.
They owe her her money back in $1,100.
Something like that, I was thinking, right? Something like
that
that.
sounds right.
Or if
So
Mark,
$1,500
if
Was
Mark,
it a gas or
Mark says
electric?
it's not 50, give her 25%. What?
Was it gas or electric?
And the element tells me electric.
Here's the thing on based
Because
on
that's
markup.
what that's the only thing that has an
based on
element.
markup, instead of giving her money, they should just give her a new frickin' stove.
Well, I know
Because
that, but
after
you want to know
markup,
these
it's break
assholes
even
would
now.
never do that. They would never do that.
Who would? It's 12 years old. That's crazy.
Yeah, but they broke.
That'd be
it.
like if some nut was trying to bug you about his truck for fucking months.
Well, here's the thing: is that if I crack a driveway as a roofer, and it happens from time to time,
I'm
yeah,
putting Deputy Doc.
I don't pay for part of the driveway.
224.
I buy a new driveway, even
you-
if the driveway's 20 years old.
Did you go after the delivery company, though?
What do we call
It's
this?
typically-
Sears
it's
oven.
typically the crew and the dump trailer
Sears stove.
on a tile.
Sears
I guess
oven.
call that way.
Or Sears range
up,
and
brother.
oven.
Sears range stove.
Hands up.
Driveway.
Range and oven.
Oh, I bought a lot of new driveways.
Really?
About one a year.
They're getting.
Have been doing.
Okay,
it since
guys,
I was a
when
kid.
you hear me talk, shut up. Unlike the beginning of the show with these morons. Okay, this is the time to look for a used car, truck, SUV, or van. Why? Because you're just coming up on good weather. That's when the demand is higher, prices get higher. But you know what I like about Rockies? They have a continuing change of selection. They have a big selection, continually changing. They bring them in, they sell them fast. And here's what I like. They give you higher trade-in values because they like to sell most trades right there. So if they can sell it there and get more for it than wholesaling, they'll give you more for it. They'll also work with you on financing, 40 lenders to choose from. So when you go there, they will originate and approve the loan. What I love about Rockies Autos, 63rd and Federal, is that they don't screw around. Meaning, when you're approved, you're really approved. They don't lie to you and say, oh yeah, you're approved, then call you back and try to hook you for more. Rockies Autos is a real deal. They have real value. Go check them out. 63rd and Federal, Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays, 9 to 6, 303-426-4646. Okay, so the big board, range and oven. And that's Deputy Doc. It's open. And it is.
Stuff I see cracks up. Money gift filed as a 1099. Well, duh. Like always.
Oh, I don't even have my call screen up.
Oh, yeah.
A money gift filed. No, that's not correct. It shouldn't be filed as a 1099. That's insane.
Yeah, it's free.
A gift should not be filed as a 1099.
But any exchange of money that's not directly to family has
Not-
to be.
No. Over 14.5, you're supposed to. You don't got to pay tax on it.
And that's got nothing to do with
But
a
it's recorded.
1099.
It's got to be recorded.
So does it?
14.5 per person.
Something's weird with
Tom
her.
said it doesn't matter. You can give up to 500,000.
No, you
What are
can
you
give up to
talking about?
11 million.
11, whatever.
It just affects your death
Lifetime exemption.
Yeah, lifetime exemption.
Really?
Yeah. So that's
And it doesn't have to be a
the
family
number
member.
one misunderstood bullshit. I've won so many drinks on that one from people. No, really. This one woman, boy, man, her accountant was there, said the same thing. I said no, because she was trying to figure out a way to get money to her kids. I said, give them $100,000 on the account. Oh, you can't do that.
But if you do give them what they got 5 years, if they have a look back on it.
Speaking of lunch
Oh,
bets,
that's if you're trying to get rid of your shit.
Right.
You're right. There's a look back of different times depending on federal and state.
did you pay him the $25 on that furnace deal yet?
Oh, I found out it was a heat pump.
Oh,
You owe him. You owe Tom $25.
It's an Armstrong heat pump.
I absolutely.
A model 6, let me see, 64D.
Wait,
That's
am I
it, brother.
Okay, I will bet you. I will double it on that.
Wait, am I the only sucker around here that pays off
What,
their
on the
bank?
model number?
He
On the
paid
model
me
number.
what he owed me on the Amazon.
On the model number.
Thomas.
All right.
What's that?
He paid up on
I said,
the
am I the
Amazon.
only sucker that pays off
Yeah,
their
I
bank?
bought her. I bought him something on,
Oh, okay.
on,
But he does owe Dan
It was-
the 25.
it was a $60 deal. I'm Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, proud to tell you about Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. You know, we came up with that website years ago because he is the real estate man. He's the best of the best of the best. Buying and selling real estate, listing your home, never holds you to a long-term deal. 303-920-1622. Now I want to come up with a jingle for Frank. Frank Duran, the real estate man, deserves a jingle. So anybody wants to give it a try, I'll give you $100 if we choose it.
Oh, I got one.
What?
Do I
Frank
get the
Duran. What?
Do I get the 100 though?
Yes.
All right.
If we
Hold on.
choose it.
It's-
If we choose it.
Chill out.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Brittany, what's happening, Brittany?
My fiance and his friend were in a company together, and the friend owned the company,
Okay.
sold the company for,
Were they
Around
partners?
$1 million.
Were they actually partners?
no, he was the owner and my fiance was an employee.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So they were in the Marines together, and my fiance was helping him out. So he wasn't paying him very much, but when he sold the company, him and his wife gave my fiance a gift of $25,000.
Good.
Then at the end of that year, they got into an argument at work, and for tax season, we received a 1099 for the $25,000.
Yeah, so what he was saying is, hey, screw you, it's no longer tax-free.
Yes. So his wife, he did not do any 1099 work for them. He was an
Yeah,
employee.
and you don't have to do work for them, but I mean, that's what it's assumed you do. But, okay, so what you're saying is there's no basis for the 1099. Can you ignore it and call it a gift?
He took it as an expense,
Oh,
is why
no,
she got it.
Right. We did not ignore it. We filed it and disputed it.
How did
And
you
that
do?
was in
Hold on. How did you? Hold on,
2017.
Brittany. What do you mean you filed and disputed? Tell me how you did it.
At H&R Block, they told us there was a form to dispute
A 1099. That's right.
So we sent that in, and this year, that was in 2017. Now this year, we received something saying we owe $11,000 in taxes. $9,000 of it is for
Yeah.
not paying the 1099,
Right.
and $2,000 and some is in fees and penalties.
Right, that's right. Because normally when you file a dispute on a 1099, you go ahead and pay the tax. You usually wait for a disposition to get a refund, but you did it the other way around, which is okay.
That is not what H&R Block told us to do.
What do you mean they didn't tell you to do? What did they tell you to do?
They told us just file that form, not to pay the taxes. on it.
Okay, if they told you that, then they should help you pay the penalty, but not the interest. The interest is always going to be our responsibility because that's what you call use of money.
They're not going to acknowledge that.
No,
though.
but sometimes H&R Block will pay penalties if they made a mistake. They will. But like you said, Mark, how do you get them to admit, oh, yeah, you're right, Tina. Brittany, we told you not to pay. Will they acknowledge that, Brittany?
I don't know. We have an appointment with a tax lawyer today.
Because you're
And
upset.
we all-
You're upset with the penalty part, right? Hello?
I'm upset that I have emails and text messages from the wife and him saying that it was a gift.
Brittany,
And-
okay, so we have several issues, but let's break them down, please, because I know first, was it even a gift or was it not? Second, did H&R Block make a mistake? Okay, now, let's take one at a time. Let's say it becomes income, H&R Block made a mistake. What do you believe? Because I want to know what we're fighting for. What do you believe H&R Block owes you? If they made a mistake.
I would like, if we had to have paid the $9,000, then just to pay the $9,000, not the interest and penalty.
Right. Now, that I understand, but the interest, you have to understand the principle of interest means that you had use of that money. H&R Block didn't have it. The IRS didn't have it. Interest is never erased, ever.
And if H&R...
Ever. Even in a case where you're accused of something and found innocent, the penalties go away, but not interest. What were you going to say, Chase? Chase dropped by to say hi. Chase, hi.
Hey, how
All
are
right,
you?
now go away.
So, was the check from the business or from their personal accounts? Because
You're talking
anything...
It was $25,000 in cash in a Monopoly box.
The 25 in cash in a Monopoly box?
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's fun. Okay, listen, this is an interesting topic, though. Not the part about H&R Block. I believe they should pay the penalty if they... Will they acknowledge they gave you the wrong advice?
But if they were going off of what she was saying, that it was a gift, then they did make the right decision.
No, they didn't. They should have disputed it and paid it. That's the right decision.
I
no,
don't
Mark,
know.
in a dispute, any accountant will tell you to pay, and then you get the money back. Otherwise, you're subject to penalties. I'm telling you this, that most of the time, they don't err on keeping it. They err on paying it and then disputing it. But
I'm saying all they can go off of is the information she passed on.
That's right.
If she passed on, these guys said it was a gift, they're going to fix it. They gave it to me in cash in a Monopoly box.
They didn't say they're going to fix it. She said...
I'm saying if that's what she is telling H&R Block...
She didn't tell them they were going to fix it. She told them...
Who, by the way, are tax preparers.
She told them it was disputed. Right? Is that right, Brittany?
Yes.
Did you tell H&R Block... Did you tell H&R Block they were going to correct it?
No.
Okay. So they, as far as H&R Block knew, it's a dispute, right? Between you and them, right?
Yeah, I thought that
H&R Block should have said,
things.
H&R Block said, here's the form to dispute the 1099. Now, I recommend you pay the tax. Otherwise, you could be penalized. That's what they should have done. Now, is there a law that said that? No. What were you going to say?
Was your husband an employee of that company?
Yes, he was. Yes.
So then, isn't it that company's legal responsibility to collect the taxes on any money that's given to him?
No, hold on. You bring up a point.
The 1099 was given to him from his wife.
I know. It was given from the wife of the company. Listen, we all know, but Chase brings up a good point. When you have an employee and you want to give them a 1099, it's a very, very, very shady transaction, and here's why. I've done it before where I've had employees, but they did something for me on the side at home, and it was a 1099. And there's a very you have to be ready to defend it because the IRS is saying, wait a minute, you're trying to get out of payroll tax, or you're trying to get out of this, or you're trying to get out of that. When they're an employee, it's especially looked at suspiciously. But neither here nor there, that has nothing to do with the nature of it. The point is this, and you're not going to like what I have to say, Brittany, but the point is the nature of income is what the giver says it is as far as their taxes go, and then you have to dispute it. But they have to have a basis for saying it's compensation of some kind. But I don't know where this goes. When you said you saw a tax attorney?
We're going to see
okay.
a tax
I don't know what a tax attorney is going to tell you. I mean, you're going to have, no matter what, you're going to have to pay and then wait for the IRS to refund it if you win. But I don't know how you win a dispute like this. Suzanne, what were you going to say?
Any chance she could go after the friend for the penalties and interest once they paid it, like in a small claims or something?
But why? Why?
Because they originally thought it was a gift, not something they had to pay taxes on.
Yeah, but that's the original argument again. They're going to have to prove it was a gift. I don't know how you do that.
She says she has proof through emails. I just wonder about a small claims on that.
Do you have no, Suzanne, you don't understand. They don't want to just not pay the penalties and interest. They don't want to pay the tax because it was a gift.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine paying anything. I want him to be in trouble for lying and getting.
But wouldn't it be nice if it was declared a gift? Then you're able to get your tax back on it. That would be wonderful. Now, here's the thing. Do you have emails saying we're going to give you a gift?
Yes.
Wow. You know what? You go before the IRS. You don't have to go to court. You get it. I think this thing comes down to the IRS. What happens
So you mean the legal definition of a gift is what you're saying?
I don't know.
If I say I'm going to give you a gift and give you a bonus and take taxes out. It's not a gift.
Right.
In the IRS sense of a gift.
No, here's what I'm saying. If I give you something, Mark, I get to say what it is, then you dispute it. It's not the other way around. You don't get to characterize it. I do. The giver gets to categorize it. Now, that may not be right, and you can dispute it, but obviously that's the way it is.
No. What I'm saying is this company's idea of a gift might have had nothing to do with the tax consequences. They're saying, hey, we sold the company, we're going to give you a gift. It's not we're going to give you a legal definition of an IRS gift.
There's a difference. You're right. It could have been a bonus, which is taxable,
or a gift,
which is not taxable.
A business entity can't give a tax-free gift.
It wasn't. Hold on a second. It wasn't through the company. That's another important distinction.
No. What's that 1099 say?
He was W-2'd through the company. He got paid for his work.
And the 1099 was from, who's the 1099 from?
Him and his wife.
It's not from the company.
Correct.
Okay. Now, what were you saying, Chase, about a tax-free gift? What were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say if it came from the company, it couldn't be tax-free. But if it came from him and his wife.
Yes, it can be. A company can give gifts. A company, any entity can give a gift of any kind. Well, wait a minute. What about lifetime exemption, though? Wait a minute. I don't know about that. I don't know. Let's find out. Because you bring up a point. If a company gave a gift, what would prevent them from giving gifts all the time? You know, that is weird. Hold on, let's figure this out. Here's what I want to do, Suzanne, and unless you have something new to add, this is going to confuse things.
I do.
What's something new?
We're putting the cart before the horse. She's seeing a tax attorney tomorrow. Why don't we have her call us back after?
Because we have a radio show, and she asks us a question, and that's what we do. So let's get our accountant on. Let's get our accountant on. No, I understand that. And for everyone, before you call us, go get a legal opinion, and then we'll have you on with the answer. Should we do that? I'm just kidding. Call the accountant.
It does say here that only the gifts is only individuals, like Chase was saying, not corporations.
Yeah, because when you think about it, it would have to be that way because otherwise a company wouldn't have a lifetime exemption. But I would like to know from Eric or anyone, Suzanne, if we could get someone on. Here's the question. What if I dispute the nature of the income or the money? I say it's a gift. You say it's compensation.
But like you said, it's going to be the giver. The giver is the one that's going to say that,
right? Not
the receiver.
But if the receiver disputes it,
they gave a 1099 to him.
That's the thing. That's what I wanted to say, Brittany. You're right. You bring up another point. Here's the point Mark just brought up, which is really the point. What difference does it make if they change their mind? If they don't want to give you a gift, you can't make it a gift. If they say it's income, it's income. You're saying there has to be a basis for that income, right?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if there does have to be. That's why I want to ask Eric or anyone else. Let's get some other opinions. That's right. If I say it's a gift, how dare you say it's... if I say it's income, fuck you, it's income.
I know.
You can't make me make it a gift.
If you make it income, there needs to be a contractual
relationship might have not
for that 1099
Well, some kind of relationship.
But they did do something.
Some kind of relationship, right?
They did do something for it.
She should call the Department of Labor and file it as a labor.
If I shake your hand and said, okay, I'm paying you $10 grand for shaking
they already went through the IRS and said, hey, this was a gift, and the IRS said, fuck you.
If you shake my hand and I give you a 1099 for $1,000, I give you $1,000 with a 1099. I don't think you can do anything about it.
No, why would you? But because there was no service attached to that. But ultimately, their $25,000 was attached to a rendered service.
Can I bring up a point?
What service?
But it could be any. His business grow before he sold it. He did work.
But here's the thing. If he's a sole proprietor, then it becomes tricky.
Why?
Because then it's hard to...
He wasn't. He was an individual.
Wait, what were you saying?
If it was my company, it was a sole proprietor, and I give somebody something, it's hard to distinguish between the corporation and the individual. If this is a company that
The 1099 was given by them individually.
Right, but if it's a sole proprietor, it becomes much...
CentryRV.com for new and used RVs. You can go to 2 locations up north at exit 240. That's the turnoff to Longmont and I-25. You find a beautiful facility up there that also has a service bay or 2 or 3. No, it's a maintenance facility. So in addition to buying, you can have your RV service. And I'll tell you, I can't emphasize that enough. You really need a place that can service RVs, and it's wonderful to have Century RV. And of course, for new and used, and they're also in Lakewood, just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims, next to Woodley. CenturyRV.com.
I think I'd potentially look at the Department
So
of Labor.
here's the thing.
Right.
If you work for CBS,
Yes.
If
you
it's
work for
from
CBS,
husband and wife, they got to tell them what he
you give
gets.
somebody, and you give somebody
$25,000
$25,000. It's not. You can make a point. It's not from the company. If it's a sole proprietor, it's very difficult to distinguish.
That's right.
If it came from the
is.
company, it's for
It is.
services rendered. I'd file a complaint with the Department of Labor.
But what
For
difference does
though?
that make, though, Doc?
Because
if
they're
it's-
required to collect taxes
if he
on
says
anybody that
it's
employee takes.
not a
You can't
gift,
just
you
1099
can't make him
W-2
give you a
things
gift.
together. That's not how it works.
They got to say what he did for that, and it's two different
I don't know
things.
if that's what I'm getting at. I don't know if you do.
Right.
I don't know if you do.
I can't give you a Christmas gift and then give you a 1099.
I can't give out my employee bonuses and then give 1099 and not collect W-2 taxes on them.
Individuals may file 1099
Yes.
miscellaneous
Hold on.
to report money
Hold
they
on,
paid
listen.
to another individual
For
for
service.
rent, royalties,
Hold
or
on.
prizes.
Exactly.
Or
They
prizes.
could say
Here's your
prize.
fucking prize.
They say prize.
Let me tell you why. I'll tell you, we had a situation where someone was trying to penalize someone, and they had given them money through the years and put it all on a 1099.
Yeah. Contest.
And here's what the IRS says. Do you know what their default stance is? If the giver says it's fucking income to you, it's income because they want the tax on it. They will err on the side of collecting tax. Because, okay, this was a divorce where the husband went back and got every fucking dime he gave
It's so
her.
wide open, it's not even funny.
Prize definition for IRS.
Yeah, recognition based on competition or other criteria. That's
Dan,
everything in the fucking
Dan,
world.
if I gave you a 1099, gave you $1,000 and gave you a 1099 and said that was for, I don't know,
Say a bet. Say a bet. We bet.
What?
Just say. Don't say that. I lost, and then now you gave me. No, I won. Then you gave me a 1099.
By the way,
But it's in conjunction with the business and services rendered. It's payment.
it doesn't
or
say
services
that.
I don't think it
No,
has
it's
anything
not.
to do with that.
Chase,
It's simple as
it
this.
doesn't say that in the code.
If he's
Services
taking
rendered.
it as an expense,
It doesn't say
he's
that.
got to pay taxes on it.
Right. Someone's
That's
gotta
what
pay
it comes
taxes.
down
Right.
to.
That's right.
One party's paying
Yes.
taxes.
Yes.
Right. Otherwise, that's
The
right.
thing where it gets ding, it's a husband and wife, not.
That doesn't matter if
No,
it's
no,
an
no.
individual.
I know, but but he was a W-2 for that, so they got to really tell what it's for.
That
They're going to have to
W-2
tell
the
what it's
W-2
for.
Why does
confuses
it?
Well-
the 1099 have to say what it's for?
No, it doesn't, except when they have a dispute, the IRS guy is going to say, to try to see who's more credible, okay,
Right.
what was it for?
Right.
If they say, well, nothing, well, they say, well, then it sounds like it
Well,
was
they're
a
going to
gift.
say it's because we sold our business and we wanted
no,
to give
it
us
didn't.
a
No.
spiff.
He could say that.
Well, that's what happened.
I know.
It's not just saying
I
that.
don't think he got it before they sold the business.
No, it was as a direct result of selling the business.
That's
no matter
why.
when
It was a spiff.
Yeah,
Thank
no matter
you for
when he
helping
got
to
it.
sell the business.
It doesn't fucking matter when he got it, but that's why they did it. She even said that.
And the person giving it, they didn't have to give him 25 grand.
Right.
So they give him a gift. Now they're fucking pissed they got to pay taxes on it. I say fuck her.
What she's saying is because they got pissed off.
What do you mean?
They pissed
They
them
had
off
a
for other
disagreement.
reasons.
That's why.
Well, maybe so, but they had a 1099 they got issued.
I know. You know what? This 1099 thing comes up more than you think.
And they would.
I agree.
Where they zing people. They do it like a zing. They do it. Husband and wives do it during divorces a
Really?
lot.
Really?
The husband goes back and 1099 his wife for everything he gave her?
His company, he'll 1099 her for shit.
Wow.
Because she took money out of the company. Oh no, this for sure comes up. I've seen it come
That's a
up.
beautiful move.
It sure is.
I like it.
Listen,
Yeah.
in one case, the guy she wouldn't give the ring back. She said it was a gift, and of course it was. It was a fucking gift.
Yeah, but that's been argued in court. That one's actually been argued in court.
Yeah.
You try, at least in
engagement
Colorado,
ring is
you
a
tried a
gift.
1099 on that ring.
No, but if
You're
you gave,
fucked. You
but
won't-
I've
you won't
always
hold
thought
it.
this: if you give an engagement ring as a sign of your engagement, and then she breaks up with you and keeps it.
Depends
and it's like
what
a
court.
$200,000 ring.
It depends on court and state, man.
I
We've
wonder
gone
about
over
that
this
part.
with bonds.
Wouldn't you be
I
pissed
think there's
if she
does. I've heard that.
It's per state.
And then the woman's got to break it up.
Some states say she's got to return the fucking ring if you guys don't get married.
Well,
could you
because
imagine?
it's contingent. The gift is contingent upon being
It's a
married.
promise,
It's a promissory.
And if it doesn't, if you don't get married,
It's truly a promissory note.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, this can get very complicated as to what's a gift and what's income, but we do know this. It's disputed all the time. So let's get to that issue. And by the way, the voice you hear chiming in is Chase Johnson. He dropped by to say hi. An entrepreneur, owns Rocky Mountain Retro Foam, also roofsbyjohnson.com, and you'll be hearing more from him. But this thing, Eric Reinemer, who is with Atlas CPAs and advisors, they do all our financial work and payroll stuff, and we rely on them for financial information, tax information. Eric, this comes up a lot, and I know we've had this conversation in the past. It's come up in divorces where a guy has a company, and all of a sudden he'll 1099 his wife for money he gave her or she took. But in this case, let's just say, Eric, that everything Brittany is saying, for argument's sake, is true. Brittany's husband worked for a company. Brittany's husband helped this guy immensely. So when the guy, the owner, sold his company, he said, you know what, Mike, I'm just calling him Mike, we're going to give you $25,000 as a gift. We want to give you a gift. And they give him a gift. At the end of the year, for one reason or another, he's butthurt about something. Who knows? Who cares? They get a 1099. So Brittany's pissed because Brittany and her husband thought it was a gift. Now they find they got to pay like $11,000 in taxes. So bottom line is this. Who gets to say if it's a gift or it's income, Eric? The guy gave them $25,000 and sent them a 1099. But I want to ask you ultimately what happens. How do they determine one way or the other? First of all, the 1099 itself, Eric, if someone decides to give a 1099 for money given, what do they do?
In the 1099, just to clarify, Eric, was from the individual, not from any company.
Yeah, but yeah, it was. The 1099 came from the husband, the couple who owned the company. But Brittany is saying it was a gift, or Brittany and her husband are saying it's a gift. Those people are saying no, it's a business expense, basically. So and he was, by the way, hold on, please hold on one sec. Eric, by the way, the guy was a W-2 employee. When they sold the company, he spiffed him the $25,000 and gave him a 1099. Brittany, what was that last thing you said?
The wife is saying it is a gift still, and the husband is saying it was a 1099. He went back after they filed their taxes behind her back and filed the 1099 without her knowing.
Oh, wait. The husband...
He has written me a letter saying that it is a gift.
The husband is saying it is a gift, and the wife saying it's not, or opposite.
No, the wife, yes, the opposite.
Hold on, I want to throw one more thing out there to Eric before he chimes in. Eric, they already went through the IRS and disputed it. The IRS came back 2 years later and said, hey, this is income. You owe us the $9,000 plus 2.
But here's the real issue. Nobody cares about what the husband and wife thought or anything. Here's the real issue. The real issue is this. What do you do to dispute a 1099? What do they go through? What process? How do you dispute it?
Well, yeah, it's tough to avoid a lot of. Well, here's a solution. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. An option is you file the 1099, but then you report $25,000 of expenses against it to zero out to say, okay, you either accept it or you go into a legal battle with the IRS, which is sort of a no-win.
Have you had people dispute a 1099? There is a process, right?
I've never had that specifically come up where somebody. I mean, who do you go to? It's the IRS isn't going to dispute it. It almost becomes it's a dispute
because they want you to pay tax on it. It almost becomes. Yeah. You're saying it becomes a civil matter, and you know what? I kind of agree. It does become a civil matter. So here's what we have to do. We have to handle it as such. Eric is right, really. Who do you go to? You go to the IRS. The IRS wants taxes. They're going to say it is income. So Brittany, he brings up a good point. Think about this, Mark. It's a civil dispute. Brittany is saying that they are damaged by 11 grand, really. And it's a civil dispute. You prove that it was a gift. I don't think you can. I just don't think you can. Hold on a second, though. I do want to ask Eric one other thing, and this is important. Eric, can someone 1099 someone without any work actually being done or services? I mean, I know in this case the guy can simply say you helped add to the value of a company, right?
Right, but no money did any. But yeah, but money changed hands. So
right.
Yeah,
so what I'm asking you is, can you give someone on 1099 for nothing? I mean, if you pay them the money, if a guy does your lawn and wants to do you a favor, and you give him 25 grand because you're a millionaire or a billionaire, and you send him a 1099. What I'm asking is, does the IRS ask, what was the 1099 for? Can you prove it? Was it fair compensation, etc.?
I've never had that come up before.
Okay, that's the thing.
But I want to make one point. Going back to the issue of was it a gift or not, that technically, if the guy said it was a gift, you can only if you give somebody more than $15,000 a year as a gift, you are required by law to file a gift tax return, and if he did not do that, it wasn't a gift. I mean, he failed.
You're right.
His deal.
That's why the two of them gifted the money, because then it was up to $25,000 was eligible for a gift with no taxes. So that's why.
By the way, hold on. Just please, Brittany, you're confusing things. The reason that they did that amount was so they wouldn't have to file a gift tax return. It has nothing to do with taxes. Taxes are not paid on gifts anyway. So here's the bottom line. Just let's not talk about taxes. That's a totally different topic. Bottom line is this. They were under the amount to file a gift tax form. And for those listening, a gift tax form is only to keep track of your lifetime exemption. It's not to pay tax on it. So in this case, you can't use the gift tax return, Eric, as evidence.
Okay, got it.
So in this case, we're still back to square one. What is it? What is it?
It's not square one. It's a 1099.
Yeah, hold it for a second. Brittany, we're not Eric.
Sponsored by Publishers.
It's like, really, what do you do? This is like, they say it is, it is. What are you going to do about it? What are we doing about this Deputy Dan? Adam Levine lover. What happened in that case? What's the latest? Do we know?
Adam Levine.
Yeah, okay, the woman thinks Adam Levine.
Yeah.
It was a nut.
Adam Levine is in love with. I know it's a nut, but
they never put us in touch with the nut.
But there were gifts and money, and something was happening. Did we know? Did we follow up with the guy? He was going to try to get some legal.
My name on there?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't handle it at all, right?
Yeah, wasn't she?
Your name was on it.
They were going to give us the.
Do you have his number, the guy? Oh, you don't.
Give me his.
I don't have his name. It's woman believes she is an online.
I remember it now. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was his wife.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
His wife was going to go somewhere to meet Adam.
No, I know. That's what I wanted to get an update.
He was coming.
TheArtOfGranite.com. That's the website to get you to The Art of Granite. They're located in Golden, and here's the bottom line. The Art of Granite can do your countertops, natural stone, in 2 weeks. Who does that? The Art of Granite does that. Why? Because they have such a simple way of doing business. They get in there and do it. He's a direct stone importer, theartofgranite.com. 2-week countertops at low prices. He charges wholesale on materials. He only charges for fabrication and installation. The bathroom is free. When you do the kitchen, tear out and haul away, it's free. 303-386-5919.
Think that all diet and weight loss plans
Actually, there's 2 of them. There's
What?
Adam Levine. No, this was other guy that was going to come from New York to visit her.
That's the woman in a wheelchair. That's different. That's the one from Words with Friends.
Yeah.
We didn't take that one. This Adam Levine thing, I think we were trying to get the guy, or I wanted to confront the woman.
That's right, and he wouldn't give us any info. So.
But he said to check back, or I put down here to check back. I just want to check back. It's a good story. Do you have the Adam Levine guy, the guy whose wife was going to run away with that, Suzanne?
Dan thought
He's convinced.
Adam Levine was going to buy him lunch because of Tom's bet.
That guy
Didn't
whose
happen.
wife was supposed to run
So,
away with Adam Levine.
That's how it goes.
Do you have anything in your notes, like his number or anything at all to contact
Chase,
him?
don't even ask on some of these.
This wasn't really a follow-up, but it's on my board. I wanted to know whatever happened. It was a really good story for the show.
It'll happen.
And I didn't even know who Adam Levine was.
Yes, you did.
No, I did until I had to look him up.
Adam Levine. You didn't know Adam Levine, one of the Beatles?
No. What? He's
Beatles.
one of the Beatles.
What? Wait, Mark didn't know who Josh Groban was.
I know that. Well, Josh Groban was one of those guys.
He's pretty famous.
Well, now he is, but he started out like Boxcar Willie. It's like those. The commercial starts out loved by millions, and you're wondering who the fuck is. Never heard of him. That's how they did Boxcar Willie too.
Oh, really?
You know who he is?
No.
Okay,
Who's
see?
Boxcar Willie?
If they tell you that loved by millions, millions of records sold in Europe, and then it's supposed to get you.
Yeah.
Groban was a nobody.
Really?
He started out with you look it up. He started out. They started selling his albums online, like in one of those 2-minute infomercial things.
Really?
Man, and he caught on. And they tried to do that with Boxcar Willie, but
Who's
it never.
Boxcar Willie?
That's the thing.
Oh.
Right. Who is he, right?
So he never.
He was one of those Western. They tried to launch him like that.
Okay.
That's a joke, that loved by millions.
Oh.
It was used on several different artists where they would take somebody who's like virtually unknown. They have a box set of music and say loved by millions, and they tell you how popular they are around the world, and they try to get you to buy into it.
Well, I thought Groban was.
You've heard of that,
on a
right?
TV show.
Wait, I wonder where Boxcar Willie. There he is, Boxcar Willie.
I had his cassette.
You did? Did
As
you
a
buy
kid.
it from online? See?
I did.
Okay, here's it is. It says launched by. This is it. Launched by the online infomercial. I'm wondering. I remember Groban as being one of those. Maybe he wasn't. Oh, you know who else did that? Bublé, I think. No, Bublé was more mainstream. You know who Robert Bublé is?
Yeah, I went to see him.
He's fucking good.
I went to see him.
He's
at
like
Pepsi Center.
Harry Connick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I went to see him at
Michael.
Pepsi Center.
Michael.
What did I say?
I was like, it's not. I know.
No, Harry Connick and Michael Bublé.
Yeah, I went to see him at Pepsi Center. He was great. He put on a great show.
I want to see Josh Groban.
I saw him at Red Rocks.
I want to see
Josh
how
Groban.
he started Groban.
But he's got a great voice.
Groban. You know how big people are. What I do is put in the first name, and if they come up in the top,
There's somebody.
10, there's somebody. Okay, Josh Groban. I want to see how he started. Groban originally. See, and I thought he was foreign, and he's not.
Josh? No, he's not foreign.
I thought he was.
I thought he was on some TV show, and that's how he became famous.
Wait, the prayer, yeah. Somehow he's saying he stood in for Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah.
Andrea Bocelli. He stood in for him because Bocelli was sick, and David Foster said, "We need you to sit in for this song during the Grammy Awards." He was only standing in for the rehearsals with Celine Dion during the Grammy Awards rehearsals, and Rosie O'Donnell saw him and put him on her show.
Who is that, Bobby?
Yeah, that's right.
Josh.
Yeah. I thought he was on some TV show.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Okay, so bottom line is this, folks. If somebody says that, they gave you money, they get to say if it's a gift or not. They really do. They get to say it. You can't make it a gift. However, if there was no income and it's some kind of scam and you think they're just trying to get some kind of write-off, you can dispute the 1099 because you thought it was a gift. And I think in this case you did, and the IRS made up their minds, right? Did the IRS say they determined it was income, or did they basically want the tax? There's a different thing. They want to be paid, but they could still be investigating. Do you know in your case, did they decide on this or not, Brittany?
I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look into that.
I would like, okay, I wonder if Larson Tax Relief would have any kind of an opinion on this, on disputing that. If this has ever happened with them, Suzanne, let's find out. If it's not happened, we won't bother. But I'd like to ask Larson Tax Relief if this has ever come up, a dispute over a 1099.
They need to pay it right now, though, then start disputing it, because it's just going to keep going up and up.
Yeah, that's true. You better.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah, okay, good. At least to stop the clock from ticking.
Correct.
But you contacted them, and the wife agrees with you.
She just sent me an email saying this was a gift.
Oh, keep that email. Do you have anything before it was given?
But why does the IRS care if she got a 1099 on it? We keep going back to what they're writing in emails. That's not up to the IRS.
What is not?
The IRS cares about one thing, the 1099. That's all they're going to care about.
Right, but
they could care less. Who are you going to call up at the IRS and go, look at this email? They're not going to care.
Well, there must be a way to dispute it, Mark. I mean, there must be a way to dispute it. That's why they have the form.
And she went through it, and they said it's
but
income.
at some point, don't you think they'd want some kind of evidence at some point?
I don't. I think all they care about is a 1099 was filed on the money. It's not their problem.
All right, hang on. We'll figure this out. Plus, we'll get to all of your calls coming up.
It'd be tax fraud.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, but
it's
what
not
Mark
tax
is saying,
fraud.
they
He gave him the money.
I know, but if he like
what's the fraud?
But
here's the thing.
He's got to be a prize.
But what's the fraud?
It could be for anything.
Well, it says that. But
listen,
but
listen to what Mark's saying. If somebody gives you $100,000 and files a 1099, the IRS loves it. Why would they not love it?
No, I understand.
Well, they're going to get their money either way.
No, they're not.
Well, he deducted the guy that gave the gift deducted it because he gave it as a 1099.
I'm talking about they're not as a gift.
It goes one way or the other. But they're either going to pay tax on it as income on one side, or tax on it as income on the other side.
The other party now is going to have to go back, pay the taxes, and pay the penalty.
They have to sue them. I'm telling you, the IRS has nothing to do with this because the fucking form was filed. The IRS is not going to tell who to file a fucking form. In fact, they're going to say if it's over $600, you give them a fucking 1099. We don't care who they are. That's what the IRS is going to say.
Dan is saying it has to be for a legitimate purpose.
No, it does. It's not what the thing says.
Well, it says, or what does it say?
It says for a prize or anything.
Dan, Mark is saying I can shake your hand. I can shake your hand and give you $5,000.
No, there's no way that'll be. Because why
would it be fraud though? I'm paying the tax. I pay the tax.
Why wouldn't you pay every employee?
No, I know, but you wouldn't have the $5,000 anyway. It wouldn't hurt you.
But what if you? Well, here
it won't hurt
not
you.
only that is it was cash, and if I was the guy, I said prove it.
No, but
who cares if it's cash?
If I gave, that's true. That is true.
Well, they already go give 1099s to everybody.
They already did. They already did prove it. They disputed it, saying, "Hey, they gave us $25,000."
That's true, but I'm saying you just can't just go give 1099s.
You're saying they could have. In the beginning said we never got it.
Right.
Well, we just never got it.
Then the IRS would say, okay, let's see if any of your bank accounts got a $25,000 infusion around this time.
Well, they could say that.
And if so, where'd it come from?
But
they're just opening
I
themselves
don't think
that
the
would
IRS,
be tax fraud, saying I didn't get the fucking money.
Yeah,
that's a different
But
story.
if you actually pay the money, I don't think the IRS cares how you categorize it. In fact, I think they'd rather have a 1099 than a gift.
Right, because
with
they
a gift
get tax
they get
right. A gift they get nothing.
Right. So
no, a gift they would have got the tax from the other side though.
No, they wouldn't.
No.
You don't pay gift money.
They got it would have been a fucking deduction.
Yeah.
Let's say they sold the company for $100,000. What this guy is saying now, out of that $100,000, we had an expense.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the gift. The IRS gets nothing.
That's right.
No income.
But in this case, they would have. It wasn't a gift because they deducted it.
No. If it was a gift, it would have been post-tax.
Right. Post. Oh, yes, that's right. All gifts
they would have already paid tax.
All gifts are post-tax.
Right. So the IRS still got money on it by being post-tax.
Yeah.
IRS gets money either way.
I'm saying he said.
That's right. That's right.
I'm saying that guy most likely said, "Hey, I
deducted it. I know it.
You deducted it.
Right.
That's the only reason you do it.
Kind of like a bonus.
So the IRS didn't get taxes on that money. Is my point.
Right, because the 1099.
Because they took it as a deduction.
Right. But then they get it on their side.
Right.
That's why they got the penalty.
That's right. That's why the IRS doesn't give a fuck.
But how is it we can say the same fucking thing and you're still fucking disagreeing?
How about if I determine
David
with
said
what,
the same thing
any money you give me, how about if I determine how it comes? Well, it's a fucking ridiculous notion.
Right.
TSN writes me a check for $250,000. You know what,
That's
Tom?
exactly what Dan is saying.
That's not going to be a 1099. Damn you, that's a gift.
I thought they said something about each person can give 12.5. Where'd that come from? And that's why
That's without filing. That's don't muddy the waters.
That's at 14.5.
Whatever it is. I don't know what he's talking about.
She did say. She said the exemption. She said the exemption goes up for a married couple. I've never heard that before.
Exactly.
But they never filed.
But I didn't want to
the gift thing anyhow.
That's a whole different fuck. But you know what? I thought the same thing you did. 24.
I looked it up. I didn't see anything on it.
I thought it's 14 no matter what.
We give Mikey a cash gift around Christmas each year.
And
but
we
guess
don't
what?
deduct it.
No, we do deduct it. We literally use it as an expense coming out of Lee bin, and he gets a 1099.
Oh, he gets a 1099.
It's cash, though.
I thought you said gift.
I mean, giving cash to someone's not a big fucking deal.
No, it's not. No one says it is.
People like that.
But you either deduct it or don't. If you don't deduct it, it's a gift.
I don't know why would people like it.
Because people like cash. I don't know why.
I mean, it doesn't make if you're getting you get 1099.
I didn't say it was fucking logical. I just said people like it.
What do you mean he's got?
You know, let me tell you something else. When they show up with the big, huge checks that are 6 feet fucking long, guess what? They like that.
Oh, I'd rather
those checks aren't real.
Doc, they fight over everything.
I've seen that.
Say it's daytime.
Well, fuck, not in Australia.
So, Mark, what do you mean by deduction? If I used to give my employees bonuses at the end of the year, but it was I paid money on that. I paid taxes on income. I count as income to the practice, right? And then I gave them a 1099. So it's, what do you mean by deduction? It was income that I already paid taxes on.
What are you talking about? Payroll is always a deduction in any company.
No, if it's a bonus.
No, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Payroll is always a deduction.
Okay, so
what about a Christmas bonus?
A Christmas bonus is always a deduction. Always. Always.
You don't have to take it. Somebody just has to pay taxes on it. He doesn't have to give a 1099 because he gives a Christmas bonus.
What do you mean?
He does not have to give a 1099 if he just gives them a bonus.
Well, he'd be crazy. Then he's not taking the payroll deduction.
Right. Then he's not right. Well, that's actually he gets better because if he didn't. Wait. 1099 he wouldn't sell a payroll.
Payroll comes right off profit.
His is from him.
Right.
Post-tax money.
And why is he giving him a 1099?
No, I'm not.
He's not.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you give him? How much money?
I gave him
like $100?
No, a month's bonus.
Well, okay. And you're saying you didn't run that through your payroll? You gave him cash and didn't do anything with it?
I wrote a personal check.
Yeah.
Well, then you did it.
Right. It was a gift.
It was a gift. So, but that's money I pay taxes on.
Right.
Yeah, you pay taxes
right.
on that. That's
so
right.
there's no deduction.
So I'll tell you where this could get very.
Wait. So I don't get
You'd be crazy to do it that way. I have no idea why you would.
No, because otherwise, because they get the full gift.
Well, I don't care. It's fucking crazy.
So you just go back and sue small claims court for $7,500. Say, here's your thing. It said it was a gift. Give me. You made me pay these taxes.
So I'm going to give them.
You classified this wrong. I want court max. Done.
I'll guarantee you the IRS.
Life's a lot easier.
Whoa. That ain't going to work.
I've never heard
By the way,
I want
tell her
because on the farm I guarantee you it works.
We think they should take it as a civil matter, and if we get more information, we'll contact
Why don't you give, because your kids, every kid gets to give them the 1099 for $7,500 because they're in a low income tax. And then you get to write that off at your higher.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. I forgot. Thank you.
I'm curious about Carlos. Please send him to hospital.
Did you hear me? I didn't realize that. Thanks.
Well, I'm saying 12.5, it wouldn't even matter. Your deduction covers it.
Nothing to do with it.
I get reasonable.
Well, you're talking about whoa.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. You know, Roofs by Johnson is here. They got that hail-proof roof. There are some hail-proof roofs coming out on the market now. My only bugaboo is they don't give enough discounts because you virtually will never have to replace that for hail. But people are taking higher deductibles. That's one thing they're doing. By the way, this is Tom Martino. We talk about everyday life, aches and pains, the things that make you tick, the things that tick you off. And we get involved in your life, unlike other radio shows. And we don't tell you what to believe, where to believe, how to believe, and voting and all of that. We don't do that. We just say, hey, here's the issue. Let's tackle it. So this show brought to you by this our real CBD. Thatworks.com. If you truly trust me, you will just order this stuff because you don't have to hunt around to the thousands of products. You will never find anything more pure and more effective. Now, CBD is a good product in general. If they all took CBD oil and extracted it in a pure form, CBD oil does work. Now, it works better on some than others because of our own what's called cannabinoid receptors in the brain. Some people just are more sensitive to it, others aren't. But it does have an effect on sleep and anxiety and pain. It's an anti-inflammatory. So, real CBD, thatworks.com. Okay, so let's talk. We left off with something. I just want to quickly get another opinion, and then we're going on to other stuff. But Brittany said, basically it's this. Her husband worked for a company that was sold. They spiffed him $25,000. Before they spiffed him, they reportedly said, according to Brittany, this is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift. In fact, the wife emailed her saying this is a gift. But they got 1099'd on it, and they're upset because they have to pay $11,000 in taxes. They disputed it. The IRS says pay the tax. So I wanted to ask Michael Plantinga with Larson Tax Relief if they've ever handled stuff like this before where someone zinged with a tax on a 1099 and the people say, but that wasn't income, that was a gift. I just wondered if it ever came up. Michael, has it ever come up before?
Rare circumstance.
It is rare. That's what Eric said at Atlas CPAs and Advisors. He says we hardly ever hear anyone disputing a 1099.
Yeah, it's so rare. The best thing that this person can do is write the issuer and state why he believes they're incorrect.
Oh yeah, but they don't care. They kind of did it. They kind of did it as an FU. If you want to know the truth, the husband was mad at the guy.
But what he's saying is the person that's going to change this is the issuer. It's not the IRS, right, Mike?
Exactly.
And that's what I said in the beginning. The issuer gets
1099.
In the beginning, I said the issuer gets to call it what it is, and then you have to fight the consequences. But what if something was totally out of left field? Some guy sent me a 1099. If the money was paid, I think that's what the IRS cares about. I don't think they care about the dispute. If the money wasn't paid, that would be different. Yeah, if someone took a 1099 for stuff they didn't pay.
Yeah, then what? Let's say this company just wanted to get back at this ex-employee and gave him a 1099 for $100,000 and no money ever changed hands. Then what do you do, Mike?
Well, then you can prove that, Mark. You can go into bank statements and show that no deposit was ever made, no money ever changed hands.
In this case, it was cash, by the way, wasn't it, Brittany?
In a Monopoly box.
Yep, and we never deposited it either.
So hold on. Brittany has $25,000 in greenbacks they never deposited. They could simply say they didn't get it. But and now I'm not suggesting you do. But had you done that, they would have hell to prove they gave it to him, right, Mike?
Well, what they would have to do, this is the extreme circumstance, but file the return based on not receiving the money. And when you file the return, send in the proof that you've tried to contact the issuer to get this corrected. The IRS is going to have some questions, most likely, but you have to act quickly and get with the issuer. Don't just sit in your hands and refuse to include it on your return.
Brittany,
then you will get dinged.
Brittany, it's too late, though. You guys kind of admitted getting the money.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, because you're honest. You admitted getting it, but you said it wasn't income, it was a gift. But here's the way I look at it, Michael. I'm borrowing from Mark. He is saying the IRS doesn't give a damn. If you paid money and you call it a 1099 income to someone, it's not in their position to – why would they refute it? They're getting tax on it.
Well, as long as it can be proven that you tried to contact the issuer, Tom, and get it worked out, then there's a chance that it could be reversed.
No,
But
he's
it's such a
saying
rare
something else.
situation.
Mike, what he's saying is if I give anybody money, it's up to me to determine if I'm going to give him a 1099 or a gift. It's not up to the guy getting the money. It's up to the guy giving the money.
Well, right, but you can still
dispute it.
Put your argument into a letter or whatever it has to be, and
We
send
sent
it
that
certified,
already.
have proof of everything to show the IRS, I tried to get this corrected, but it's not going to be corrected.
But ultimately,
the IRS may have to take action.
They disputed it. And the IRS says you owe 11 grand in tax plus penalties and interest, okay? So that's bottom line. They owe the money.
Okay.
So does the IRS, can they go a step further? What is there? I mean, they already what form? There was this form they filled out which disputed it. I didn't even know there was a form to dispute a 1099. But apparently there is. They already did
I
that.
can't remember the number
Okay.
that was on it, but
So they disputed the 1099. It's already been decided, Michael. Is there another level? If they
Well,
came,
there's another thing they could do. They could contact the National Taxpayer Advocate and raise it with them and see if that office can.
and what do they do? What do they do?
Yeah, I called them already.
The Taxpayer Advocate basically assists in situations where you're not really getting any results or getting adequate response from the IRS.
Hey, Michael, second question, same type thing, real quick. So she's also making a claim that her tax preparer that was H&R Block told her not to pay it, even though they knew that W-9 was there, and to go through whatever hoops she went to. Now she would like them to pay that $2,000 in interest. What do you make of that?
And penalty.
Well, she can go after H&R Block, but in order for her to have a strong basis for that claim, she had to have received that advice in writing, because H&R Block could make it a he said, she said type
That's
situation.
right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I doubt that's going to be anywhere in writing.
Yeah, to get them
I
to
would
pay.
agree, Mark.
Yeah, and normally when they do make a mistake, they pay penalty but not interest. Is that correct? Usually, Michael, with the interest part.
Well, right, exactly. I mean, interest will accrue on any unpaid balance, though, Tom.
What I've never got about that, first of all, their tax preparers are generally not accountants. The information you give them is only as good as the information they input. So, I mean, I don't even understand their guarantee.
I guess it would be if they put it down wrong.
Well, yeah, like if they said, oh, if you've got a kid that's 12 years old, you get a $100,000 deduction. I mean, if they made something up like that, I can get it.
Or failed to fill out a form for something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or if they did not include a portion of income that was provided to the preparer. That's another part of their guarantee, Mark.
Got it.
Well, thank you. Michael is with LarsonTaxRelief.com, and that's 844-LARSON-TAX. So listen, that is a very complicated matter. And we'll stay in touch with her. Carl has an issue that I'm telling you, this happens, Carl. We've handled at least, Mark, a dozen of these over the many, many, many years where police incur a bill on behalf of the consumer. Explain it, Carl.
Right.
Explain it.
Well, the police took me on early on in New Year's several years ago to the local hospital because I had fired off fireworks, which was illegal. I didn't know that.
But why'd they take you to the hospital?
Well, they knew that I'd been drinking some beer. Now I wasn't seriously drunk, I don't think, but they took me to the hospital, and the hospital recommended me for a mental health evaluation. But then, which they did, they took me to another.
So did they hold you? Did they hold you for that 3-day Baker Act or whatever they call it, in a 3-day mental health hold?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Okay. Why would they do that over? So you had a couple bubblies or you drank, you fired off some fireworks. Okay, that's normal for New Year's.
Were you on detox as well?
Yeah. Why the mental? I don't understand this. Why the mental health hold? That's usually reserved for people they deemed to be a danger to themselves or others. Why that?
Were you naked while you were shooting off
or
these
something
fireworks?
weird. Was there any extenuating circumstance, any aggravators?
Well, no, not really.
No,
it was like
what was the very first thought after you said, well?
Well, I was just going to tell you that it was like 30 below zero, and there was about 2 feet of snow, and I was on my deck, on the rooftop deck.
And?
So
were you dressed in shorts?
No, I was bundled up, but what I was doing wasn't endangering anybody because even if.
Why do you think,
but but come on, just that within itself sounds a little Looney Tunes.
Nah, I don't know. He was drunk. Here's what I want to know.
No, you're a cop. It's 30 degrees below. There's snow everywhere. Some guy's on his roof or patio shooting off fireworks. You don't find that a little abnormal?
Hold on, Mark. On New Year's Eve, is it? I would say, yeah. Call it whatever. It's not strange enough to want to hold a guy for a 3-day mental health hold. There had to have been something else, Mark. Really, on New Year's Eve. He has some drinks. He could even be intoxicated. He's firing off fireworks. Even if that was the case, intoxicated, firing off fireworks, do you think it's enough for that mental health hold? I'm not talking about being arrested, but being held for 3 days for mental health evaluation?
I would assume the police thought so for sure.
Here. But why? That's what I'm trying to get at. What was the extenuating circumstances?
Let's see if we can get it out of him after this.
All right, hold on.
What? There's something that's not being...
There's a lot more there.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear from the cop unless the cop...
What was his name?
I don't know. There's something, man. That 3-day hold is serious shit.
It is.
Yeah, there's more. They pulled up and there's something.
Well, remember, he's on his rooftop deck.
This is kind of good.
Yeah.
Remember the guy, Scott, who kept calling the show because his wife bailed on him and the kids?
Well, which one, though?
Yes,
the guy with the house.
Yes.
Now she's going bankrupt.
Yes.
Got it.
Son is on the phone. He was arrested Friday night because mom called in a bunch of bullshit. So that's what that is online.
That poor kid. That poor family.
Well, they're over 18.
I know.
She is. I don't know if both kids are.
You're right.
But
They're both in college.
Oh, my God, though. What a story, though. That mom is fucked up.
Yeah.
That's that lady that called in, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No. The guy called in.
Oh,
the
okay.
husband called in.
Did that guy on the roof mention he was holding a chicken?
Now, would that be a 3-day? Holding a chicken?
No.
Just holding the chicken.
Unless he was
I think there's more.
Let me get this straight. There's a chicken.
What kind of fireworks was he shooting
and a hen.
on the roof of
doesn't matter.
Who's a hen fucking?
No, he's
actually the Baker Act. The Baker Act is only a Florida law.
He's on the roof of a
doesn't
building,
matter.
though.
The guy's drunk and doing it doesn't
Illegal
mean...
fireworks. What are the fireworks? Is he
doesn't
shooting
matter.
off mortars on the top of the roof of the building? Then I would go, yo, something seriously wrong
You
with
never
this
shot
dude.
off fireworks on New Year's Eve?
Not on the roof of a building.
But he's
Most
drunk.
states have adopted the Baker
It's a
Act.
deck, though.
First of all, if we're
rooftop
taking him
deck.
at his word, 30 degrees
Where
below.
was he at?
Come on.
It was not Colorado.
Well,
There's no big deal
rooftop deck,
about
he
that.
had to be on the top
It
of the deck.
wasn't the... That's hyperbole. It wasn't 30 below.
Mark, does this say...
That's a weird
Mark,
thing to make up.
Mark,
30 degrees.
Mark, do you think that sounds that strange to you, firing off
The 30
fireworks?
degrees is pretty fucking crazy.
Not that. I'm talking about, like, firing off fireworks in your underwear on the deck.
Yes, I find that
Wait, he
absurd.
was bundled up.
That's a redneck
You
thing.
have to throw in the 30
guess.
degrees, like you said.
But he was bundled
That's
up.
like where you throw a cup of fucking shit and it freezes.
I can see it happening.
Where was he at?
You're not mental because of it. It's how you act or what
I
you do.
know it was illegal.
I think you probably...
You know where he was? He might have already been in the mental institution.
It was cold in
He
here.
forgot to throw that part in.
Emergency health holds in Colorado. The Baker Act is Florida. It came from Florida. Other states adopted it, but...
It was probably after they said, hey, come down from the roof. Then shit got
Family and
really
medical
crazy.
leave...
When your kids are older,
Okay, so...
You can 1099 your kids for stuff that you give them.
Yeah, why couldn't you?
Right? No, I'm saying what you can. We got to be over 18.
Because they're paying taxes on it.
Right, they pay usually a lower tax.
Involuntary held for 72-hour period for evaluation if he or she appears to have mental illness due to mental appears to be an imminent danger to himself or themselves or others, or appears to be gravely disabled.
That's the biggest part, that imminent danger.
Does it have to be...
Proving that.
Does it have to be
Shooting
recommended
fireworks
by a
off on the
physician?
roof of a building.
Who can
Could
do
be
it?
I don't know. That's
creating
what I'm
problems
looking
for
at.
other people.
I'm
That's
looking
Oh,
imminent
he
danger.
probably didn't acknowledge he was shooting the fireworks off at his wife or something. Or in other homes.
Or in a
It can be initiated by any intervening professional, including a peace officer, a medical professional, a registered professional nurse with training
I want to know
in
more about
psychiatric
the
or mental
shooting them
health,
off the
marriage
roof. I bet
counselor,
you it's a multi-complex.
How do we get...
family therapist, marriage counselor,
And
anyone
else
with
in
training
danger.
in mental health.
And he wouldn't shut up.
Or
and
a
there were
clinical
1,000 people
social-
called. We didn't ask him what
clinical
time it
social
was
worker.
either. This could be 4 in the morning.
You just go.
So
like,
it has to be some kind of additionally, a hold can be initiated
at
upon
4 in the morning.
4 in the morning.
Okay.
At midnight.
Huh.
But you're saying a peace officer? That's ridiculous.
He didn't say 4 in the morning.
I just want to know.
A person who is taken into custody can be placed in a facility.
How can we get Dan put away for 3 days?
Or easy. I'd recommend it. Just give me
Doc
the
will give it
paperwork.
the go.
Give me the paperwork.
Can you write prescriptions?
No.
Can you write me a prescription? A prescription for love.
I didn't renew my license. It was too much of an expense and DEA, and I was just so tired of it.
You write prescriptions. You mean just not for narco?
No, I can't write it. I didn't renew my license.
No, but you had a DEA number when you.
Of course, yeah, for 40 years.
Did you write a lot of narco shit over the years?
No, the most I ever gave my patients was 2 weeks after surgery, and then I had them come back in and talk to them and evaluate them.
What was your narco of choice?
I just gave them Tylenol with codeine.
Oh, that's
for the most part.
Hold on.
That's not a barbiturate, or what is it?
Yeah.
Opiate, is
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Oh, it is? Codeine's an opiate?
Yeah.
Oh. I've had that from the dentist, I think.
Yeah.
I don't even know why people say that shit's good. I mean, you take one, you don't feel anything. It doesn't give you a buzz like dope or beer.
No, it does.
Well, what, if you take 20 of them?
No, no, it makes you feel good. You don't have to take that much in the beginning. Your opiate receptors are not as sensitive as others. Here's what it is. Some people who are wired for addiction, they take it and they go, holy shit.
I mean, even one like a doc is shit.
Let me tell you something. My brother would never take it in his life. Had a knee replacement, took it for 4 days, and had to withdrawal so severe, his wife had to bring him to the hospital. And he had never taken it.
Physical withdrawal.
Yeah. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. You know, these 3-day mental health holds or 72-hour holds are really, really, really tricky. Now, each state has its own version. I always say the Baker Act, and that's from my days in Florida. It's actually not called the Baker Act. It's basically an emergency mental health hold. And the mental health hold in Colorado is 72 hours, and it has to be done by it has to be declared by a professional, a registered professional nurse or doctor or psychiatric health care provider or a police officer. So basically a police officer can do it. So they must have training. They can initiate it. Now, they have to be given an analysis and then held, and during the analysis, of course, decide if they can be let go. Here's the problem. If somebody really had it out for you, I mean, they could get you at least to the initial, evaluation. And then after that, you could be held because there's reason. Here's what happens, and I've seen this happen, which is really unfortunate. During a dispute with a neighbor or a divorce or something like this, think about being picked up and held, and they say they're going to hold you for 72 hours. How pissed off would you be? Now think about this. So in your initial, not the intake, but now you're there for about 6, 8, 9 hours, and all of a sudden a psychiatrist comes in to evaluate you for the hold. Like, what do we do during this 72 hours to assure us that you're fine? Because it was falsely implemented by a neighbor or it started there, or with a divorce, or you're pissed off, your wife's cheating on you, or your husband's cheating on you, or something's going on. Your child, your 15-year-old daughter was up with a neighbor, or something. You're so pissed off that you can sometimes really hurt yourself during that evaluation. You're so pissed, they think, oh my goodness, we better keep this guy longer. And I've seen people where at the end of the 72 hours, they don't even get out because they were their own enemy, their own worst enemy. Can you imagine that?
I think this guy's leaving something out.
Well, let's talk to him. It's not the big deal so much that he was sent there. Now he's pissed off because now he owes a lot of money. So, Carl, they determined you were shooting fireworks off Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. And listen, even if you're drunk, that's not a mental health issue necessarily. So you went to the hospital and they kept you for 72 hours, right?
Well, they took me to a local hospital. This was in North Dakota.
Okay.
And And then the hospital recommended that they take me to another hospital 100 miles away. So that hospital did the 72-hour hold, and then they took me to a judge.
So the hospital 100 miles away kept you for the 72 hours?
Right, but I never did get charged from that hospital. I'll tell you that. But they took me to a judge, and they kept me for almost another week after that.
Well, they must. Okay, I don't want to get into your mental health, but they must have felt something was up, bro. They don't just keep people. Okay.
They did.
And did you have, between you and me, did you have some problems?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you currently being treated?
No, I was for a while, but
okay. All right. So go ahead now with your story. Now what?
Well, my question is, do I owe that
the
first hospital that the police took me to?
You owe all of them. You owe all of them.
$1,400.
You owe all of them.
Okay, I see.
That's the problem. With medical and health care, if someone deems that you need it and you're given it, it goes far beyond, there's something I always say, and I usually say it wrong, but it's quantum merit. Quantum merit says that you are given, you get a merit, you get a value, therefore you must pay it. This is even in cases sometimes where someone did something you didn't order, and they like their pressure wash your deck, and it was the neighbor by mistake, they come to your house. There have been some cases where you have to pay something, not in all cases, but this quantum merit means you got value, and especially now it goes a step further with healthcare. There's something with healthcare, and I'm not sure what the law is, but I know this has been fought before, and people have tried to get out of it. You can't. I mean, you owe it.
How much is it, Carl?
It's $1,400.
God, that seems so.
You know
cheap.
what? It's cheap compared to what it could have been. I don't even understand this.
What kind of health insurance do you have?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen an auto like a.
Do you have health insurance? That's a yes or a no, Carl.
No, I did not have health insurance at that time because
so that's good for you. That's actually good for you if you had nothing.
How long ago was it?
Well,
just how long?
This was 6 years ago, so it's about to go off my credit.
Are they trying to collect?
They've sent me a couple letters in the last few months, but
why are you calling right now?
Because it's still on my credit report.
Well, it will be, yeah. It will
7 years, man.
And you know, Mark, is that 7-year statute, or is that just what they do?
No, it's statute. They're pretty good at holding to it too. Except for a Chapter 7, 10 years.
Yeah. And that's 10 years from discharge or filing?
Discharge.
Okay. So, it's going to be on your credit for sure.
But who cares at this point, man? If you haven't paid it for 6 years, I don't see you paying it now.
Yeah.
Right. I just wanted to know if you thought I really, truly owed it. So
yes.
Well, yeah, you do owe it. I mean, it's not whether I think you do.
Well, let's turn the question on him. Who do you think should pay it?
Well,
and in your case, you're not paying it anyway. You could go back retroactively, and you would get indigent care of some kind. I don't know if they had it then. Let's see. Yeah, that was Obama, right?
That's where I was going. But then he says 6 years. I thought this happened a few months ago. I was going to say you could probably qualify for Medicaid and get it handled in retro.
Yeah. But you don't care about getting it paid.
At this point, no, because in a year it'll be gone off my credit report.
Hey, honest to God, though, Carl, what happened on that roof? You weren't just shooting fireworks off. It's not a big deal. You just got all.
There must be a reason they wanted to hold you, especially an extra week.
Why did they think you were off your rocker that night?
Well, I'll tell you what. They got the call from a neighbor, and I had worked for the neighbor for about 2 years in their business, and. So,
yeah, but we're talking about the extra week now, Carl. No matter how it was initiated.
Oh, the psychiatrist or whoever he was, he thought I had a bipolar a bipolar episode, and I probably did. I probably did.
Are you taking any kind of medication now?
No, I've been under medical care, but my physician, he's perfectly good with what I'm doing.
Okay, so you had some mild manic, or not manic, but you were bipolar basically.
Yeah, and I think you'd call it manic, probably. Yes.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people have cycles, And they don't require medication. They have ups and downs. I have ups and downs. I know I have cycles, but it's not so erratic and crazy that people feel you should be medicated. But a lot of people in life have these cycles in life. They do. Again, you know, bipolar is really extreme, though. What were you going to say, Mark? Or you just...
It made me think of Jay Marvin, man. He was the first guy I ever met, and for folks that don't know, he was on radio for a while. What was amazing is literally 1 week, he seemed like the happiest guy in the world, and then the next week, he was so down in the dumps, it was unbelievable. I just never seen anything like
yeah,
it.
And Mark, sometimes it can happen in an hour, and then sometimes it can be so extreme that when you feel good, I'll be sitting here and I'll say, you know, I think I'm going to try out for that part in the movie, or I'm going to American Idol. And you might think that's not that strange, but then, I mean, we're talking like I expect to get the part. And
yeah.
I had an intern from college who drove to Greeley as a walk-on. He wanted to replace Elway.
Oh, my God.
No.
And he thought it was happening.
I look up at the news, but this is how real. I mean, this guy had his duffel bag packed and stuff, and he was dressed really nice, and you see him pull up, and as people are pulling up, getting out, the news is walking up to everyone because they don't know who you are, and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm here for a quarterback spot," and they interviewed him, and they even put a soundbite on. I don't know if they realized that it was mental illness. I saw him and I thought, oh my goodness, you know, that he's having an episode, and he was on the news, and one time he went out and bought a new car, brand new Acura. People do stuff. It's really weird. And, you know, mental illness is a real problem. 303-713-8255. Okay, listen. Courtney has a problem with a fitness center. Carl, we just took. Zach, his dad was arrested. Now, listen to this one. This is the case where the mom abandoned them. The kid was arrested now. The mom is actually trying to get them out of their home, and she's gone. She's an alcoholic in and of herself and drug addict. And then Bill wants to talk about social media in general and Sears in particular coming up. Why did you look confused? Did I say
so Carl's issue wasn't that no, he just wanted to know if he was responsible.
Oh, the dad was. I'm sorry. Yeah.
He admits that he was.
I thought the kid was, but the dad was arrested. I thought the kid was. I see it. Holy crap. Okay.
Especially keeping him.
Oh.
Well, no, he wasn't arguing about that. He said he needed it. His question was only if he owed the $1,400.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
so we are.
No, he admitted that he had a problem and that he was on medication. I mean, you see, Tommy's common, and you know, Mark says something and he flies off the handle. Is that OCD? Is that bipolar?
Me?
No, that's being around Tom too.
I break out all the time. I'm a crazy motherfucker.
Nothing. 1 minute you're common and
come on, man.
Mark gets under your skin.
I've never got under anybody's skin.
No.
Never have. I'll tell you what's funny though is when fucking Dan here tries to get everybody going. And then acts like he wasn't stirring the pot.
He does it on purpose.
And it took a very smart man that works in this building to point it out.
Fix It 24/7 is offering their unbelievable deal once again, and I'm doing it now for the next 10 callers, $19.95. Now listen, folks, seriously, I'm really serious here. Even at their price at $39, it's special. They spend a couple hours, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, to refurbish your furnace, adjust and clean, and they truly take it apart to the extent they can. You'll never do better. Okay, it's fixmyhome.com. The next 10 callers, I'm bringing the price down to $19.95. Fixmyhome.com.
I always told my son, he thought it was so funny that when we used to triage patients in the ER,
when you were on rotation,
the first thing we'd ask them is, "Do your teeth itch?" If they said yes,
do you what?
We would ask them, "Do your teeth itch?"
I don't know.
Go to the mental
and
department.
no, if they said yes,
I don't know.
we would send them to the psychiatrist, and we wouldn't have to work them up.
I don't know what T-pitch is.
No, if your teeth itch.
I'm sorry.
And if they said yes, we know they were crazy. We make the psych residents work them up.
Honestly,
we wouldn't have.
Or do you see cockroaches on you?
No, the teeth itching.
I was in California.
Oh yeah.
I was in California.
We just sent them to the psych resident, and we wouldn't have to work them up.
I was in California, and there was this either an old man or old woman, skinny on a park bench, with shorts and like a tank top or short sleeve, and they were completely covered with iodine, and she had a bottle of iodine, and she was doing this, and it looked like blood at first, and then it was iodine, and then she had some blood where she was scratching, and the paramedics walk up to her like, with the hand on the gun even, saying, "Ma'am, why," or not ma'am, but why all the iodine? And they're standing there, and I'm listening, but she apparently, you know that we get crazies every now and then, and one of the things they say is, there are little insects burrowing
under my skin. Yeah.
Yes.
Common,
That is a common mental illness.
Yes.
It's called Morgellons disease as a diagnosis, but there is nothing there. And oh my God, do you know we had a guy? Remember, Dan? Were you here? The guy that burned himself. He put lighter fluid on and would burn his arms to get rid of the sensation.
Wow.
His arms. He showed us photographs. His arms. Do you know how it looks when you burn? I don't even know how he stood the pain.
Oh.
He would burn himself.
That's a terrible
And I
pain.
said, "Sir, there are no, oh no, they are." And he says, and he could see them. And he says, no one can see them. Oh, wait, Dan, we had a woman come here with didn't she have a container of bugs or insects or something?
Oh no, me and Mark went to a place where she thought there was bugs in her apartment and mice and all kinds of stuff.
Oh my God, and she showed you something.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, burn injuries are terrible. They're so painful.
Yeah.
They have to put some people in comas, don't they? Don't they?
They had to give my daughter
severe ones?
drugs so she would never remember anything.
Wait, was your daughter in a
My
burn?
stepdaughter. Mm-hmm. It was actually sulfa drugs. She was taking sulfa drugs for epilepsy, seizures, and
And
stuff.
what happened?
And it burned her from the inside out. We just had to watch
How
it.
does it burn?
Oh, it just
Like
chemically
acid?
your whole body tries to shed all mucous membranes. So even your eyes and everything. They came in the room, they said, if your daughter survives, she's going to have cornea transplants the rest of her life, organ transplants.
Was it actually burning, like
Yes.
an acid?
Yes, yes. So we had
So
to
there
sit
was
there and watch her
burn
bubble
damage.
up, start bubbling
You
up and
saw it?
everything. Oh.
Her skin would bubble?
Every 15 minutes I'd start
So
from
was-
her head
was
and,
this
and cut
considered-
her eyes apart, her eyelids apart, because they were growing together.
No, wait. Was this
Oh, yeah.
considered... Is
It
she
wasn't
maimed
an
now? Is she
anaphylactic
maimed
reaction?
now?
No.
Is she maimed?
No, actually, she's perfect, except for a small
Wait a minute, man.
scar on her lip.
Is this
That's it.
considered an allergic reaction?
It is, to sulfa drugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But-
saying. It was an anaphylactic reaction. The sulfur wasn't burning. It was her body's reaction to the sulfur.
Yes,
It was
that's exactly right.
Yeah, it's called
Yes.
an anaphylactic reaction.
I got you, yes.
But
Wasn't
people get
familiar
that
with-
from peanuts, too.
From anything.
Yes. Oh, it was horrible.
Oh, my God.
She lost her mind eventually because of the pain.
Well, sure.
She lost her mind?
They had to strap her
Is she
down
all right
because
now?
she's itching from head to toe and you can't scratch.
They didn't give her any IV Benadryl
God.
or anything like
They
that.
gave her everything.
My
Yeah.
Psychological
my
drugs,
heart goes
everything.
out to people.
She finally
Did I do
lost
Frank Duran, the real estate man? Thank you.
Yes, because remember you wanted Mark to come up with a jingle.
Yep, the jingle.
He wrote it down. He wants money.
Yeah, she was a miracle in the
It's
end.
really high goals, right?
Oh,
Right.
my
High goals. It's a mania, it's a high.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, my God. My heart goes
I
out
think
to
that's
you.
actually very common.
They have, you know what's interesting? They have so many medications now to help people that didn't have 20 or 30 years ago.
Right.
You know, and the commercials I see now, thank God that people can live a normal life now with HIV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Totally normal.
completely.
They
And
never
Hep
get
C. Hep C they cure in a couple of weeks.
35,000 for the pill, right?
Oh, I don't think it's that
Yeah,
much
it was.
anymore. It
Oh,
used to be
okay.
when there was just one pill.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so I want to get to these phones and help people, all right? Now, which one? Vicky. No, it was Courtney who held the longest. Courtney, and then Courtney, what's happening? Go ahead, Courtney.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, Courtney. What's going on?
So I'm having an issue with signing up for a gym membership.
Okay.
And he advertised that January was free. So and then I signed a contract.
Where
with
did you
him.
see the advertisement?
It was on Facebook.
January free on Facebook. Okay,
Yep.
then what?
And so then I started taking classes, and then he had me sign a contract. I believe that was on January 17th. So I signed the contract, and he said, we'll start billing you February 1st. And I said, okay, that's fine. So he accidentally billed me for January. I messaged him, and he said he'd take care of it, and I never got the credit back into my bank account.
How much did he charge you?
$69.99.
$69 for, okay, basically $70 for January. Why didn't he just apply it to February?
And that's what he said he was going to do. And then he ended up also charging me for February. So I now have 2 charges for January and February where he said he was going to credit back.
Why? Well, I have a feeling, this is just my thought, that it's automated, and I could see where something like that could happen, even to his frustration. Suzanne, don't we have cases like that where we want to auto bill and it might go in early? And
Once in a while, Tommy.
But isn't it hard to stop that? It is, isn't it?
But it's not hard to give a refund. It's
No,
a click of a button.
That's true. Okay. So.
And that's my problem. So I,
you would think, man, he's got a member here. Why doesn't he just do it?
Correct. And it's pretty simple to do. I've had other.
He probably doesn't take care of his own books.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's you know what here's what I am thinking. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but let's talk about this, Courtney. The guy, why would he jeopardize a membership for $70? And it's frustrating you. It's probably frustrating him. So right now, it all comes down to 1 credit of $70, and that's it.
Correct. Right.
Golly.
And then I would have stayed if.
Wait, you would have. Oh, so now you got pissed and he lost you.
Yeah, well, and then I've been also asking for my signed contract.
It just happened February 1st. Are you telling me if he correct, you don't know you're going to be billed for March?
Well, I went to the bank this weekend and disputed the charge. So they had to give me a whole new debit card.
Oh, no.
What was the rules on cancellation?
No, it's not she's canceling. It's that he charged her for the free month.
Yeah, and I don't know because he won't send me the contract. He said
Here's the bottom. What difference does it make? You're disputing it because he charged you for a free month.
Yeah, but she might owe for the next year for all we know.
Exactly. And so he told me, he goes, no, you did not circle month to month. I said, yes, I did. I was right there. He goes, I would never have given you that price for month to month.
Yeah, normally when you get 1 month free, normally it's because they get you on a longer term. They don't normally do that on a month to month. But listen, it's what are we disputing here? The guy could have had you forever if he just took care of you. I would like someone just to explain that to him. Like, why did you let this get to where it is? Now you're disputing whether it was month to month or a year. This woman would have been there happily and would have never come up.
Exactly. And
what a
he will
jerk.
Not send me the
What's the name of this place?
Either.
Really? I don't think this guy is evil. I think he's a bonehead. What's the name of this place?
It's called Fitrition. Can I tell you who the owner is or no?
Yes.
It's Will Coleman.
Let's try to get him on, Suzanne.
Is it well as in I'm well?
Oh, no, as in William.
William. Will Coleman, as in the stove or the camping? Yes. Coleman.
Did you mention you wanted to quit before any of this went down?
No.
Yeah, so after he wouldn't refund the money, I just said, hey, just cancel my membership. And then he started going in on me. I can't do that. You signed up for a year. I said, no, I physically.
And even if you did, I can't do that.
Yeah,
you know, here's the deal, Mark.
Hey, he might have a policy, and no one's higher than the policy.
She was supposed to get the first month free.
Right.
That's
even
it.
If he has a policy, I think I should have the right to read the contract, and he still has yet to send that to me.
Here's what I want to know when it comes to contracts, because we get this all the time. People want the contract sent to them. My question is always this. Why don't you have it anyway? In other words, at what point, just wait, at what point was the contract presented?
I had taken 2 classes, and then he said, let's go sign the contract.
Okay, and when you went, hold on. You went to sign a contract. Was it a hard copy?
Yeah, but he took the hard copy, and then he said he would send it to me digitally.
See,
and
here's what I do.
In writing.
Here's what I do.
Yeah.
I say, get me a copy now, and I'll sign both, or I don't sign anything.
Okay. Well, I've asked him repeatedly for the contract. He still hasn't sent it.
Okay. And you're asking, do you have a right to the contract? No, you don't. You have a right to your contract. Well, let me explain that. Of course you do, but here's what I mean. He doesn't have to make a copy for you, but eventually he would, because when it gets down to a contractual issue, and if he wants to collect or take you to court, or you want to take him, it would be no one is going to deny you a copy of the contract. That's what I'm saying. Just make it easy. Oh, technically, he could say, well, no, I'm not making you a copy. What an idiot. So he doesn't owe it to you, but what idiot would deny anyone a copy of their contract?
And that's what I'm wondering, because I know I circled month to month. So
yeah,
why?
and he doesn't want to show you that. But then it should never come down to that to begin with. That was my whole point, Courtney. The guy was an idiot.
Agreed.
Can we try to get him on? What? You're pointing to?
Yes, to Ken.
Okay,
For
good.
Ken to make a call.
All right, Ken, let's just call him and just say, what, you know, I think sometimes, Ken, we got to teach people how to do business, for God's sakes. They just get so beyond the initial problem.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Upwork, when you need in-demand talent on demand.
Troubles continue on the High Country Drive. Highway 285 over Kenosha Pass remains closed due to whiteout conditions. US 6 over Loveland Pass closed due to avalanche control, too. So just be aware of the icy, dicey conditions in the Mountain Drive. Back in town for the most part. Travel across the highways looking pretty good. A couple of the usual slow spots popping up. Westbound I-70 a bit slow in the elevated portion. There's a wreck off I-77.
What? What is it?
Email from a listener. I listen all the time, and I'm always left wondering how Deputy Dan can be so wrong all the time.
Does it really say that?
Thanks, concerned listener.
It says that, really?
Mark was a listener.
I can honestly say I just received that email.
You know, when it comes to child issues.
Hey, guys, guess what I have coming up? A spot. What does that mean, Period. SimplyFloorsInc.com, as in incorporated. That's the website. Why do I tell you the website right up front? Because that's where you go to make an appointment in your home for the best floor coverings of all kinds. He has all the major brands, but here's the bottom line. Buddy and Karen Mitchell, they own the company on a simple premise, really. And it's this: we're simply going to make less money. Oh, we'll do fine, but we're going to make less money, pass on the savings, and have better installation and better service. Now, they're at 52nd and Ward, the southwest corner, if you want to drop in, or go to simplyfloorsinc.com.
What was that coffee you used to order?
Oh, a quad grande sugar-free vanilla. Oh, wait. A quad grande sugar-free vanilla breve latte with 2 splendors.
Lord have mercy.
You know, when Tom said cycles, what did that first thing? Remember George says, I don't know about your cycles to his fiancé.
I found the deal the girl was talking about.
Don't you remember that?
Okay, you did?
Yes, I
when
did.
He wanted,
Good.
when she wanted his code to his ATM card.
ATM. It says a 12-month
she goes,
contract.
you don't tell me
January
everything.
for free.
What do I want to tell you?
Okay, hold on. Get her.
Cycles.
Hey,
I want to talk to the fitness
contract, or not the contract, the deal that she was talking about. Get January for free when you sign up for a 12-month contract.
How much time do I have left?
Say $50 a month.
I know. I knew there was more to this.
The only thing she said, she circled month to month on the contract.
Take advantage.
Yeah,
but she took the free month.
She took the deal. She said it was an advertisement she saw. That's the damn advertisement.
Is it fitness? Is it fit?
It's not fitness. It's fitrition.
Fitrition.
Not to be. Not
this is the place though. It says non-member take advantage of the incredible value for Nutrition plus Crunch with January free with obligations. You'll then get the opportunity for $50 off per month for 12 months if you join by January 31st.
Well, I know that's the coupon, but I'm just wondering what the contract actually said.
It'll probably say the same thing. Even if she circles month to month, she took a deal for a 12-month contract.
In that case, I would pay the 2 months and get the hell out.
Hold on, guys.
He's on. He's going to come on.
All right, Master Rooter, I talk about these guys all the time. Listen to this. Great plumbers with great prices. It doesn't matter if you just need a toilet reset or maybe a new toilet installed. How about a new faucet all the way to an entire sewer line replacement? And by the way, they can save you up to 50% from those other guys. They also have 24/7 emergency service. If you own a house or condo or townhome, you're gonna need a plumber. They also do commercial business. Write the number down. They're great folks. 720-434-3406. 720-434-3406.
Where did the honcho go? The coffee at the restaurant.
And looking for snacks.
They took the snacks away after they saw the mess.
No, then they put them back.
Tom, we got the guy from Patricia on the line.
I know, she said that.
Yeah, so we're ready to go.
Yeah.
And Did you talk to him already?
I just told him
Is
who
he
we
a
were.
good guy?
I just talked to him and he said he's willing to go on.
What's your gut feeling? Mark usually makes a conclusion on his credit report and everything.
I already knew he was. I already figured he was good.
Mark does it.
Don't tell him.
You know how many marriages and divorces?
Yeah. He'll tell you everything about the guy. His political
I think he's gold.
His political leanings.
I think he's gold.
Well, I mean, he messed up, so in good conscience, if he didn't bill right, he could let her out.
Can we all agree on one thing?
It started with his error.
No one is over the policy.
Can we all agree on one thing? Bernie!
Oh my God!
Feel the burn, baby.
Feel the burn.
Feel the burn.
You know what's
We're feeling the burn.
You know who polls best against Trump? Bernie.
I know.
On every poll for the last.
Well, no.
CNN.
CNN says head to head, everyone would beat him.
But
no,
even Don Lemon.
Any of the Democratic.
CNN says
No, you said anyone.
But on all the polls in real close.
And you're telling me they said a 14-year-old boy can beat him?
No, any of the Democrats.
But on all polls, Bernie does best versus the other ones. Look up presidential polls, you'll see.
Well, according to the polls in 16, he had a .0004% chance of winning.
Yeah, that's
Bernie.
the other part.
And CNN.
I'm going to tell you.
CNN.
But
I'm not
I think
telling you what I want. I'm just telling you.
To it right now.
Unfortunately,
they're reacting.
He's going to be our next president.
To the what?
Corona.
And you really believe that? I'm going to cash. Listen, I'm getting out of everything. I am preparing.
Are you kidding? Cash is the easiest way for Bernie to get his 90%.
Okay, if you do that though, go to gold. Go to gold.
Yeah, gold's hard for him to get.
No.
Although I heard he'll show up and cut your bar right in front of you.
He'll be throwing gold in the street.
Oh, I don't know.
He'll be throwing gold in the street. What do we actually use gold for anymore?
That's the problem.
Nothing rings?
Electronics.
In and of itself. Yeah, but it doesn't have
the best
a really powerful use where, you know what I mean? It's not
even
like
diamonds. They can't tell the difference between a synthetic and a real.
I know nowadays.
Well, synthetics are more perfect.
Actually, they're.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, I want to sum this up quickly. Okay, I want to sum this up quickly. He's got a class starting in just a few minutes. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And his Will Coleman from Fitrition, was happy to come on to discuss this. And it all comes down to this. It is such a silly problem. She had no complaints about the gym, no complaints about anything except she signed up, had a free month, she thought, and then she was going to pay from there on out. That's what she said. But she got charged accidentally for January. And so he said, we'll credit to February, according to her. But then she's billed again in February, and so on. She goes and she disputed it. So now it's in dispute. Now she doesn't want anything to do with him. And the whole thing, what, for $70? I doubt that Will Coleman at Fitrition, this is my own observation before talking to him, I doubt he would screw up everything to make an extra $70, $69.95 or $99. It was a mistake probably in the auto billing, but here's the bottom line. Now it comes down to she wants to cancel. He says you can't, according to her, because she signed up for a year. She said no, month to month. And it shouldn't have even been an issue, because had he not made that mistake and just refunded the $69, she would become a member anyway, and that would be it. But we did happen to find a Facebook ad for Fitrition. Chase, you have that ad, right? And it says free January with a year contract
subscription.
Okay,
so all their ads mention a 12-month.
So Vicky, we have to tell you. Courtney, we have to tell you straight up. Now, I'm not saying he did the right thing or trying to hold you. I don't think you should ever try to hold anyone to anything. so long, it never pays. But here's bottom line, Courtney. So I was going to say, so long as they haven't taken someone's place or cost you money by ordering equipment or stuff. Now, Courtney, all of the ads mention a 12-month commitment, and usually, when you sign up with a free month, usually they want you to stick around. So I don't think it's a stretch to believe that it was a yearly contract. You're claiming it wasn't.
Right. When I circled it, because it said month to month, so I just saw the part that.
I understand, but the ad that the ad that brought you in truly did say a 12-month commitment to get January free. So so here's what I'm saying. So even if he did want to let you out of it, technically you would have to pay for January and February, and he'd let you out of it. I mean, he didn't tell me this. I'm just saying that's the way I would look at it. If you don't want the 11 months for a 1-year price. A 12 months and pay for 11. If you don't want that, well, then pay for the 2 months and be done. But what do you want? That's what I want to know right now. What do you want?
Well, I wanted to keep going, but now I feel uncomfortable because dealing with him has been impossible.
Yeah, but let's just say, that, and again, I believe that. Okay, let's just get to him because he deserves to be heard. Okay, Will, what's your take on this, Will? Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I apologize. I have about
go ahead, sir. Yes.
5 minutes here. Yeah, I would love to also play you guys the agreement. I mean, Courtney and I have which she's not telling you. There's been a personal relationship. We've been friends for probably 10 years.
Okay.
She's been coming to my classes for free for over the last year and a half, 2 years. Never charged her. Normally it's $18 to $20 a class. Finally, we gotten to a point. Our regular rate is $149.99. She came in. I said, look, I have to charge. I gave her half off the membership. You can see it's $69.99. Told her we're going to give her a free month because we still gave her a free month in addition to the months that she'd already had. She was one of the first people that we input the year. We did make incorrect the person who. Yeah, no,
we agree. Nothing was done intentionally. Will you wouldn't do it for $70. So now what? What do you want to do now?
No. So this is what and this is the issue that the bigger issue I have. I'll provide the agreement. She understands what the agreement said. I'll provide you all the talking about. She's calling me a liar, a cheat, a this and that.
No, she's not. She's not calling you.
Well, no, I will show you the message.
Oh, okay.
At 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock.
So what do you want to do right now? What do you want to do right now?
So we refunded her on the 17th our record show, and I asked her to check our bank records.
And I provided bank statements to show he did not refund it.
Well, either it's refunded or not. I mean, that's going to be easy to figure out.
Sure. Exactly. So this is what I intend to do going forward. First of all, when I told her...
All right, hold on. We're running way out. I'm sorry, we're running out of time. I thought we could get to it. You can get what he wants to do. You can relate it for him if you want. Tell him.
She needs to charge.
I understand if you can't wait.
Either hold her to the contract.
We'll portray him in the positive light he is.
Either hold her to the contract or $149 for 2 months. Or 3 months.
Didn't he say he was going to classes for free?
For a year and a half.
But we're only charging her $20 a class.
No, or free.
You know what she probably signed?
Who knows?
She probably signed get billed month to month rather than one gross payment like you do with insurance. That's probably what it was, right, Tom?
I don't with insurance.
Here's the deal. I don't think this guy, though, handled it. Well, maybe he did handle it right.
He's saying that he processed a refund. He's got it in his accounts. Like, maybe this is just a crazy girl that...
Or maybe it just
takes a little while.
No, it didn't. I know one thing, though. It does take a little while to hit after... I know it's...
The 17th, that'd be a week.
17th? It can take up
Look,
to 10 days.
this is what I want, though. Young women calling us about problems. That's what I want
to see something
That's exactly what you want.
No, I want it to be.
Oh, my gosh. Another housewives.
I can't believe Tom doesn't think Weinstein should be in any trouble.
I didn't say that. I think he should be.
The markets are tanking.
Oh, I thought you said they were
it's a bad day.
My IRA.
They had it coming.
Bad stock day?
You get a raise everything they gained this year so far.
Are you shitting me that bad?
The Dow Jones is down like almost 4%.
In a third-degree rape, but acquitted on 2 counts of predatory sex assault that could have put him.
So what is this going to do for him?
The split verdict.
No life. But it'll be life for him. I mean, look how old he is.
Dow Jones is down 1,000 points almost. What is it called?
Why do you think?
It's coronavirus. Because now it's starting to blow up in Italy and South Korea. Italy's really bad. But I mean, it's just the fucking flu.
I know it. You know how many die in the U.S. every year from the regular flu?
They're just more worried about it mutating is the big fear.
Do quick math on this.
And in Europe, at least 6 deaths have now been confirmed in Italy.
Here's the company I'm talking about. Don't say it out loud. Remember I bought that?
Yep.
Here's how much I spent.
Okay.
Now, all the greens are the negatives.
That they're taking off of it?
Just you don't even got to do real math. Look at them.
That's what you got to pay?
That's what they've reversed. Because I returned it.
Holy cow, you made money.
Can you fucking believe it? I'm like waiting for him to ding me again.
Of course I will.
I don't know.
What is this? Oh no, that's something. What's
No,
this?
that was the last one they did today.
Holy cow.
Because they picked it up yesterday.
You could make a living on this.
Fuck.
Buying one, return it, buying it.
I bet I'm terrified. I think they're going to hit me though.
Of course.
I don't know. Reminds me of my whole Vegas excursion.
More fallout because of the coronavirus. Just a few weeks ago, Samsung introduced its new Galaxy Z Flip phone.
Oh, they said that new flip phone has a virus built in.
No way. That would be horrible.
It's transferred through dialing 911.
I tell you, it does sound like it's a very catchy virus.
It is.
You know what's going to really... I didn't look at Carnival Cruise Line. I'll bet you they're down.
Oh, all the cruise lines and airlines.
I bet you it's a great time to take a cruise.
Yeah, but not over in New York.
Not to Asia.
Or not there, but...
Ask that people in Italy too.
I wonder how it does in altitude.
Well, look at it in Italy and stuff. They got a real high. So if you want to go to Europe,
I mean, I'm going to Banff Wednesday, so...
I don't...
Canada?
Yeah.
Where?
Fairmont. Banff.
Where's Banff?
Calgary, Alberta.
Oh, wow,
What
that's
do you do? Is
far.
that skiing?
Skiing. I'm meeting Euroshield. Their factory's up that way, so I'm going up there for a meeting and then go skiing, snowmobiling, and having a spa day. Yeah, have you ever look up the Fairmont Banff? It's a beautiful hotel.
Never heard of it. I've never even heard of the town.
Where Lake Louise is.
Banff.
Lake Louise is up that way.
Canada.
Lake Louise is there.
You never heard of Banff?
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of places I
Banff
haven't heard
National
of.
Park?
Yeah, me too.
Banff?
Banff. B-A-N-F-F.
Banff? How weird is it? No.
That sounds like an old
But I'll bet you
cassette
there's
tape.
1,000 towns I haven't heard of in Alaska. What the fuck's
Well,
the
Banff is a big Canadian park.
I've been to Toronto. That's the only place in Canada that I
Have
think.
been to Montreal? Montreal's a great
I
city.
might have been there as a kid. Oh yeah, I was.
That's the hotel I'm staying.
My life. Oh, it's beautiful. Looks like
So, Mark, I don't want to get into a long discussion. What's that?
That's the Banff Fairmont.
Do you have a place there?
I'm staying there.
It's a hotel.
Okay, listen. Tell me what this means. I don't want to get into a big fucking argument.
I'll tell you what it is.
Tangi with Rocky Mountain, blah, 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 is not available next Monday. How does next Thursday look at 2:30? So which Thursday is it?
Say it again. Read
She
it
says
again.
she's not a... Okay. Tangi with Rocky Mountain Weight Loss is
When
not...
did you get this?
Right now.
Okay.
Is not available next Monday.
Okay.
How does next Thursday sound?
Thursday next week.
A week from this Thursday.
No.
See that? All right. But technically, it's this coming Thursday.
It would be this Thursday.
Technically, that's the next Thursday. But I thought a week later, like you did. He thinks the one coming up, or he wants to.
Because I'm logic.
He just no. But really, though, I wonder what she means. I'm going to ask her.
So where's the cutoff? That's what it
I
always
know,
comes
Mark.
back
We
to.
talk about this all the time. I knew you'd love to disagree with us. So that's what I'm finding out.
Because she's referring to Monday.
I want to see what she
Thursday
says.
after that would be the next Thursday.
Okay, so if I say to you, that'll be the next time we
Let me
talk.
ask you something. When you
What
said
does that mean?
Thursday,
The time
which
after
Thursday?
next?
The one coming up? Okay, so this Thursday coming is
She
what
was
you
like,
meant.
well, yeah,
Okay,
got it.
let me look while you're on it. She meant this Thursday. She meant this Thursday.
Mark was right.
Because for today at...
You should say a week from Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm right, and you still
And that's
complain.
for...
All I was telling you is what she
our
meant by the
All I'm
text,
saying just
and I knew
be
what she
clear.
meant.
But here's the deal.
Okay, so if I say to you, next time I'll beat you in racquetball, what is happening?
initiated.
Not the next time, but the next time after?
Snowmobiling and having a spa day, 3 days.
Yes.
And then, you know, it's funny,
Thursday
it's like,
at...
oh, I go to Jamaica a week later.
Wow.
Or I was watching the Super Bowl. Let's see what the next commercial. Not the next one, but the one after the next one.
Between vendors, so between vendors and distributors.
She meant this Thursday,
Of
damn
course
it.
she did.
She meant this Thursday. She said next Thursday. How is it next Thursday? I think next week. She meant this coming. I would have said this coming Thursday.
Yes.
See, first of all, I think like the people. I can take any
Oh,
tax shut up and convert it into
I think
realism.
like maths. The parentheses were put there, and it's...
All right, here's a trivia question. If you know this, $50 right now.
Where'd you get your shoes?
No, the eagle. Okay, no, the eagle that's on the dollar bill.
The eagle that's on the dollar
What
bill.
about?
What
Oh,
about
wait,
it?
quick, get off the keyboard.
Go ahead.
Had a name.
Oh.
Yeah, tell me the name.
$50.
Yeah.
The eagle. Oh, you mean the eagle literally had like Sam or whatever?
Right.
If he had a name.
Bald.
No.
You're saying if he had a name?
No, it actually had a name. That there was
Sam.
an eagle that they used for the
Sam.
For the as a model for the dollar bill.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. We're solving problems, answering questions, taking place. We had so many weird questions. Listen, Rocky Mountain Retro Foam, one of the guests today, they have, and when I say it's the most incredible product, because when you look at the video, see, that's what I love. What are these videos that are now making the rage on, whether you watch them on, YouTube or anywhere, they're TikTok, or they're called Pleasantly or something amusing or Pleasantly, there's something comforting, or there's certain visions. And this one of that foam going into the wall chase, I love that video because it shows how it works. What's the biggest, if you're having a problem with it, and I say problem with it, meaning whenever you have something new and different and wonderful, it's a retro insulation. It goes into the wall and spreads out and fills every nook and cranny. It's for people who want to re-insulate or up their insulation for older homes, even homes built in the 80s and 90s. If you have substandard insulation, or you can make it up to 50% more energy efficient. But here's what I want.
Or people want to just soundproof.
80%. It's like a frickin' studio. And really, you could do like a studio. In fact, I was thinking of having you in my place and having you come in the house and literally doing a room within a room, not only the outside of the house, but that room. It's deadening, sound deadening. It's wonderful. What's the biggest when I advertise for people, I always like to ask this. What's the biggest misconception, if there is any? Do we have any that people call and you have to correct? Anything?
Absolutely. The biggest misconception.
And we're talking here to Tim. Tim is the GM over there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Tom. This is the biggest misconception is that they think we can put it between floors.
Oh,
a lot of people don't
Why is that so important to people? Because they want to deaden the noise, right?
They do.
Oh, I talk about soundproofing, and they say, hey, can you put it in our ceiling?
Exactly. And there's no cavity, right? That's why.
It's such a big cavity.
Even if there was
Retrofoam can't fill it all.
Yeah.
Just because of the way it's made, there's so much water.
And also, it's heavy.
Yeah. Well, it's actually not heavy.
Oh, it's not.
But the difference is you have so much water weight in there that if you fill that entire cavity, it could actually put too much water into your drywall.
But when you put it in a wall, because it's vertical, you don't have that.
That's correct.
I don't want to make people think they're putting moisture in their walls.
Could you actually?
They're not putting moisture in their walls. It's completely dry foam. He means going in.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't do this, but theoretically, could you put it in a car door, an old noisy car?
You could, theoretically.
Any closed cavity, really. If you look at the video, foamyourwalls.com, you'll see it.
Right. The only bad thing, some people do call in for like RVs and things like that. This is better for our spray foam that we do.
Yeah.
Spray foam is much better for that because it's.
And by the way, what we're talking about, retro foam, is not a spray foam.
Correct.
A spray foam goes on flat and it'll harden up, right?
That's right. No, we have added spray foam. We
did.
Yes, we now do spray foam also.
So we can do any cavity as far as that goes, whether it's closed or open.
Here's what they should do. If you need insulation or soundproofing or both, let them figure out which product to put where.
That's it.
Right?
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line. So go to that video, and if you have any questions, call us, foamyourwalls.com. We left off with Courtney. And Courtney really, it's a small problem, okay? There was an auto bill for each month, and she got pissed because the free month was billed accidentally. And he explained it. He said, look, we put her in the system early. It got triggered early. I processed a refund. Now, I know Courtney's going to say, I can show you from my bank where I don't have a refund. I doubt, And I'm not siding with the guy except to say I doubt he's going to come on radio and lie about a refund. He said he processed a refund. What we left unsaid was, is he going to hold her to the year contract? What is he going to do? Here's what he said. They're friends. They knew each other. She's been coming to his place for a year and a half, and now they formalized it. She was supposed to get January free on a 1-year agreement. She said she knew she was getting January free, and she would gladly pay month to month, but she did not agree to a year contract. All the ads say a year contract. I think what happened was the month to month could be the billing thing, where you agreed.
Exactly, Tom. That's how a lot of those fitness places are. They're a little cheaper if you pay for the year, a little more if you pay month to month. But it's the same agreement.
But it's a 1-year commitment.
That's correct.
And that's what he said. They don't offer month to month agreements. They offer 1-year agreements with an option to pay month to month.
Which is a little more. And he said he's not letting her out of the contract.
Really? See,
he said he did refund it, and if it's not hit her account, to please show him, and he'll be sure it does.
Let me get it straight. He's refunding the accidental payment for the free month, right?
Said it was already refunded.
Okay,
but
then,
would again.
But if it doesn't show up, he'll do it again.
Right.
He'll make sure she gets her free month, but he expects her to honor the February through December.
That's right, and he'll have a copy of her contract to her, he said.
Okay, so that's where we stand at this point. And again, these things, God, they just get to a point where they're way overblown. Courtney, he said the refund will be there, and he's going to hold you to the other 11 months.
And that's fine. I just don't understand why it had to come to this issue.
That's what I want to know. Why did it have to come to this? I mean,
well, if I can talk for him, which I never spoke to him, but I would assume he would say, hey, I gave you half-price classes for a year and a half, then you signed up, and now you're bitching.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what's funny is I got a Groupon off of a website in August, and that's the only other time I've been to his classes. So I have not been coming to his classes for a year and a half or 2 years.
All right.
Now, I did know him when he owned the Purple Martini. Like, we were friends. So that was fine. But, I mean, it's more like acquaintances. I wouldn't say friends.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I've never, like...
So, Courtney, all you wanted was the 1 month free, and you were glad to pay month to month, but you didn't realize it was a year contract.
I didn't, and that's fine, but I asked for the contract.
So
you sent to me,
okay,
and still didn't.
so he's going to send the contract, and I want you to let me know when you get it and what it says, because I think it was a year contract with an option to pay month to month. Mark, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I think so too, and she's probably.
And I think it was blown way out of proportion. But here's the one thing I dispute, and again, Mark might disagree with this, and that is, when it comes to this, why hold her to it? I know that technically she agreed to it, blah, blah, blah. Here's the way I feel. I would charge her for January and February and then say bye.
Maybe at the regular price.
Well, what is the regular price?
I thought he said $149, and she was getting half off.
$149, yeah.
You mean people pay $149 a month to go there for
month
that,
by
right?
month?
Okay. So then again,
I don't know.
okay. So anyway, thank you
It really
for calling
depends
us,
on what
Courtney.
it
I
is.
hope we helped in some way.
If you get something for free in order to sign up for a year, a lot of times that's valid. I'll give you an idea.
No, it is valid. It is.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you should just let everyone out. I'm saying in this case, because there's bad blood and crap, I like just.
Well, I bet if she went there and just bitched everybody constantly, he probably would let her out.
No, he'd be mad.
I'd let her out.
But anyway, Courtney, otherwise, though, is it a good gym, this Fitrition?
Yeah, I mean, I know people swear by it, and it's great. Like,
Okay.
He's a decent guy.
Well, he certainly sounds like a decent guy.
It's the principle, you know, and why I had to stress about it, and just to get $70 back. And he still hasn't sent me the contract.
Anyway, if things go my way, I'm going for free gym membership everywhere for everyone. Free gym membership. So that's my goal. You know, just free.
All right, Bernie.
Shut up. I'm
Tom,
on free.
Oddly satisfying videos.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, and they are oddly satisfying sometimes. And no, we're not talking about anything dirty. We're talking about, like, there are these visions and images that are cool.
Usually it's manufacturing processes that look really terrific.
Oddly.
What's your favorite genre?
Of that video, I like he said, the processes of manufacturing stuff. Or filling things, and this one I love theirs. You know, the filling of the wall. You know, the foam your walls, but they didn't make it for that reason. But it's pretty cool. Zach, this is a pretty important. And I wait, hold on, sorry, Zach. I forgot about Vicky. I'm sorry. I did say she was next. Vicky, here's the good and bad news about Dish and about DirecTV. Okay, here's the good and bad news. Before you even get into your problem, they are excellent at installation and starting up service. It's the worst system to have if you experience any difficulty whatsoever. And I mean with billing or with the technical problems. I don't know why the satellite industry is like this, but they're just terrible to deal with. What is your issue?
My issue with Dish Network is I would switch from DirecTV to Dish in July of last year, and along with that offer was a free installation of HughesNet satellite.
So you went from Dish to they hate when you do that. Okay, from Dish to Direct.
Well, but I went from DirecTV.
Oh, from Direct.
And along with that offer was free installation for HughesNet satellite service.
That's weird because HughesNet is part of Direct, I thought. But anyway, okay, you went from Direct to Dish, and you did.
To Dish.
Yes.
And the installer for Dish came and installed the Dish TV and the HughesNet internet service. The problem is he stole my previous provider's leased equipment.
Okay. So HughesNet as part of Dish is the internet part of it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just for people's information, I've never seen a satellite internet provider worth a damn, but
some people have no choice. What did he take though? Just the L&B?
Well, the L&B is the part that goes on the dish, right?
That's usually the only part they went back besides the stuff in your house. So what
did he take?
Well, he took it's called the TRIA and the modem, and they were $150
Wait,
a piece.
How do you? They belong to who? The stuff he took.
Wild Blue.
Oh, that must have been her old. Satellite internet.
Okay, bring it back. What did he do with the equipment?
He probably sold it. I tried to work with him.
Well, call the police.
Well, what did he say when you say, "Hey, where is it?"
Oh, he said, "Well, I got the return boxes from Wild Blue, and I."
Oh, he's claiming he sent it back to Wild Blue.
Right, he's claiming he sent it back, and I got the return boxes. So I said, "Well, please send me or text me a copy of the shipping label."
This is going to be easy. If he doesn't do it when we call, we'll have Deputy Doc give him a call. We're going to show you how to sue in small claims court. We'll just show you the logistics. It's easy. This is going to be a slam dunk. The guy will have to prove somehow that he returned them. I mean, you're going to say you owe me $150 because they're charging me. Hold on, Deputy Doc, let's give him a call.
But he definitely acknowledges he took them, right?
Yeah, he did acknowledge that as far as I know, right, Vicky? He won't dispute that part, right?
Right.
Good. Let's try to get him to acknowledge as much as possible, and then he's nailed for the return. If he can't show he returned it, but you know what? I often wonder, how the hell do you prove you returned something, Mark?
Well, generally you use the tracking number and you'll see the delivery.
I know. God, it gets so technical, though. Did you really return it, or was it an empty box? And then, of course, who's going to bother doing an empty box?
I had to sue a cell phone company.
Mike's got a question about retro foam. Mike, we need to take a quick break, but I want to get your question. What's your question?
My question is, I've got a bedroom up above my garage. If I just retrofoam the garage area, would that help my heat or coolness on the bedroom upstairs?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes, they've done that. We'll talk about it. Okay, hang on. And while we're talking about home improvements, renewhomeinnovation.com for the most exquisite bathrooms. But they also have budget bathrooms. No matter what, you get genuine Kohler products in a beautiful, beautiful bathroom. And they specialize in showers within the bath to a point where you're going to go, wow. Renewhomeinnovations.com.
Weekdays 2 to 4. The Situation with Michael Brown.
I'll bet you that guy got the money for the return.
How would he get the money? I don't think it works that way.
No. $300.
What do you mean?
It's $150 each for.
That's what they're charging her, but that doesn't mean they would have given her that.
Oh, nothing but bags.
Well, maybe he didn't know that it was actually had any kind of money on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you'd think they would if they're installed. They would know that.
I don't know. Yeah, but they don't install that product.
No, but they do. Probably switch.
Did I do real CBD at the top of this hour when we opened? I don't. Huh? No.
You did it
at this hour.
Oh.
No.
I'm not sure.
You did it in the second hour.
Okay, good. All right. I recommend shopping around. You know that. Even when they're on our referral list, you can shop, especially when it comes to home loans. Please shop. What do I mean by that? Just ask. Ask what the rates are. Ask exactly what they are. If they'll put it in an email to you or something. You know what? Here's what happens. Ideal home loans will come in usually less expensive on interest rates and closing costs than anyone else. So if you're interested in saving money, they can be an eighth of a point cheaper or more because they loan their own money. They're a mortgage lender, not just a broker. It's their own money. Now, they may place that loan later on, but you're locked in at that interest rate. All guarantees are put in writing, including the 2-year interest rate guarantee. They'll refinance you free of charge if rates go up. Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan, 303-867-7000. That's 867-7000 or idealhomeloans.com. What are you taking pictures of, bro?
Sorry?
What are you taking pictures of?
Oh, pricing. One of our guys left there.
Oh, how nice of you.
He's over at the home show.
Who's there?
You know what?
Yeah.
I hadn't watched an MSNBC in a long
Brandon,
time. They make no qualms about being Democratic. No, I'm really serious. Like, what do we have to do? They say, okay, here's what we have to do to win. They make no qualms about being totally, like, in the pocket.
Not Democratic.
No,
Democrats.
Whatever you call it, Democrat. They make no qualms, Mark.
No, just remember.
Did you
Actually,
know that?
they don't like Bernie.
I don't think Democrats like Bernie.
They like Elizabeth
You get
Warren.
into establish
The true Democrats, right?
Can you believe a socialist candidate is about to?
No, I'm serious.
And not just do it. Totally
Socialism.
out there saying that.
Like, yeah, there's no.
I am a
question.
socialist. Right.
Yeah, there's no question whether he is or it's just going. Yeah. Dude, we're screwed.
I don't think so. I think there's too many people. Of course, a lot of people say, "Hey, it's free. Look what I get for free."
Change your habits, change your mind, and change for good. With new.
That's why 99% of people can't.
It's free to some people. They should tax anybody making over $1 million.
I think really,
99%.
You know what they could really do if they took after someone died, they took tax 50% of what they left.
The estate tax.
The estate tax. That would really put a lot. That would get rid of these free stuff.
I'll tell you what drives me crazy is the gift tax. You can't gift over $14,000 a year.
It's 14.5 now.
14.5. Well, whatever. Drives me insane.
You're not gonna fucking get me. I'm not gonna let it happen.
I hate it. Drives me crazy.
Wait, there was something else you used to say.
Then these accountants would come on.
No, there's something else. What the fuck was it? What was it that he would say? Damn it! I gotta think what it was.
No, not what.
No. Wait. Oh, loading the airplane. Mark, loading. Do you know what? In Burbank, they load from the back and front. Southwest did, and they unload. Did you know that? At Burbank?
How do you think they should load an airplane? Seriously, Chase.
How do I what?
How do you think they should load an airplane? You've been on plenty of airplanes. Who do you think loads the best? You know, you're sitting in the terminal, you're getting ready to get on. What's the best way you should load an airplane? If it was your airline,
when you have
how would you
seating.
load the plane?
Say when you have assigned seating.
Well, which is everybody, virtually.
Except Southwest.
I don't really understand. I just put the bags in the fucking plane.
No, load.
Yeah, but you've got to get on.
Oh, for people.
Yeah, people.
People at the back first. People at the back and windows.
Now why?
I go through. What?
You should
because
load
so they
from.
can get all the way to the back.
You should load from the front.
No, I think you're right.
I
From
think
the
you
back
should load
forward.
from the back forward.
Well, okay. How about all the people then that are in the back? So here I am. I'm in the back first. I get on first, right?
Right.
As I'm going by your seat in the front, I put my overhead over you.
Why would you do that? No, that's true. If they did that,
damn
it
right
would fuck
I
it up.
would.
No,
I'm
I
saying-
said if they did that, it would fuck up the system.
I would say back and windows first.
Yeah, but your luggage won't be by you then. Then
No.
you're going to have to drop your luggage off in the
Oh,
back
no.
where I am.
You make them.
So then they,
you
it'd be
make
like
them-
this all
Shut
day
up.
long.
They have to
It'd
do
be
it over
like
their
this.
seat. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
Then windows first.
Listen,
He did get you.
here's the deal, okay? We were talking about something that I need settled once and for all, and this is days of week. I got a text saying so-and-so is not available next Monday, so can you do next Thursday? Now, she sent this to me today. What Thursday is she talking about? Is she talking about Thursday, the 27th, which is 2 days from now, or next week? Here's what she said. So-and-so is not available to meet next Monday. Can you do it next Thursday? Did she mean this coming Thursday or the Thursday of next week? Mark?
Duh, it was obvious, and I said it. This Thursday.
And Chase and Doc automatically thought it was Thursday of the following week. Here's what I thought immediately.
You mean
when I read
they
it.
thought Thursday after next?
Right. That's right. Literally, quite literally, the next Thursday is the 27th. But when someone says to me, can you make a meeting next Thursday? I assume, I don't know why, I assume it's the following week, not this, because I use the terms this coming Thursday and next Thursday. Most people do, but Mark says next Thursday. Okay, Mark. And then when it gets to be Thursday, next Thursday, if you do it Mark's way, it does.
He's not
hold on,
logical, Tom.
Hold on. If you do it Mark's way, it does do away with a conflict of when is the cutoff.
Well, let's go right
no,
to
no,
it.
No, when
what
is the
did
cutoff?
she mean?
But hold on. She meant this coming Thursday.
Like I said.
Yeah, but not everyone does. So here's what I want to know. If you do it the way I assumed it's done, this coming or next, what is the cutoff? That's a fair question. What would the cutoff be? Like next Thursday is next Thursday for how long? When we get to Thursday, it's pretty obvious it's next Thursday. On Friday, it's next Thursday. On Saturday, it's next Thursday. I think when you get in the week, the next Thursday becomes the next week.
That still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does.
Then the same would go for year. What are you doing next year? Is that the year after next?
No, it doesn't work for years, but I never said it had to. You're making up those rules.
What's the
I'm
next
saying-
time you're hungry? Is that the time after?
I'm talking about the way people think. I'm simply inquiring. I'm not saying there's a right and wrong. You are. I'm asking, how do most people think? If I said to you, let's go to Mike. Mike's got a question for Retrophone, but I want to ask you something, Mike. Mike, if I said to you, hey, Mike, I can't make lunch next Monday. Can we do next Thursday? What would you think? Which Thursday?
This coming.
Oh, you would? You would think of that as next Thursday.
Here's
not,
the definition.
Okay, he agrees with you.
Agrees. Let's
Hold
go
on.
right to the
Mike,
definition
go
of the
ahead
word.
with what?
Coming immediately after the time of writing or speaking. Coming immediately after.
Mark, do you understand? I'm not talking about the literal translation. I was talking about how people think. When Doc and I immediately thought it was the Thursday of the following week, because I used the term this coming Thursday as opposed to next Thursday. And then when you get in that week, it's then this coming Thursday, and the next Thursday is the following week. I'm just telling you. But, Mike, you don't think that way, do you? You literally, if I said to you, let's have lunch next Thursday, you would believe it's this coming Thursday, right?
Well, it depends on the day they called me and asked me that, I guess, too.
So today, if I say, do you want to have lunch next Thursday, what day would you think?
Well, maybe I would think the following week.
See, I don't know. I do think
But
the following.
regardless, just like you, no matter how you think, Tom, you had to clarify with her what the hell she meant.
That's right.
So it was a waste of time to even phrase it like that for her to begin with.
But literally, it does mean the next Thursday. I mean, it really does mean the next Thursday, literally. It does mean this. It means the 27th. But when people say it, I think of the following week. Anyway, you didn't call about that. What did you want to know about retro foam?
Okay, I've got a master suite above my garage area. I live up in the mountains a little bit, but it gets a little chilly.
Yes.
It's the farthest away from the furnace. And I'm seeing if I do the retro foam through my garage, it's a 3-car garage, would that help any? I could do the ceiling and the walls.
Okay, I want to tell you one thing first. I want to ask you one thing. You have no insulation now in the garage space. Is that right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I do have it drywalled. It is all drywalled.
But you don't have anything in the ceiling, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay. One thing I do want to say, and I want to clarify this once and for all. The retro foam does not go on horizontal cavities in the ceiling. It goes, hold on, it's used for walls. In the horizontal cavities, they use spray-in fiberglass, not spray-in, blown-in fiberglass, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of ways we do it. Number one, what I would recommend for you is I would go ahead and put retrofoam in your exterior walls.
For sure, because that will make your garage much warmer.
You got
what
it.
else?
Then when it comes to above the garage ceiling, you're probably better off with spray foam. So we can do retro foam in this particular application if you have batting in there that takes up a lot of that space. But if it's just open where you do not have any insulation up there already.
It's too big of a space.
It's too
and
big
too
of a
expensive,
cavity.
yeah.
Yep. So I would do spray foam. Do about 6 inches of open cell spray foam. That'll help, number one, keep the
that's a
exhaust
good
and
idea.
make it so much better, for your bedroom.
That's if it's an empty cavity. You would do spray foam. You understand, spray foam is different than injection foam. The injection foam is like a thicker shaving cream, okay? Whereas a spray foam is like a spray, basically. It's a spray. And it goes and hardens. It's a foam that hardens.
It is a foam. It is a foam.
Correct. And that would do a really good job for you. So it just depends on if you actually have insulation in that ceiling or not.
And they could test that in a minute.
Best.
Right.
Yep.
So if you have insulation up there, they would do retro foam because they're not filling that much.
Correct.
All right.
But yeah, we'd be happy to come out and give you a free estimate.
Where is the home?
In the Indian Hills, Evergreen area?
Oh, he can come out this next Friday.
No, you said, hold on. You said this next Friday. That's different. So, Mike, really, though, no matter what, let's say they didn't do the ceiling on, no matter what, whenever you insulate a space below another space, it becomes a big open air kind of insulator. It really does. No matter what, it's going to help you.
Right.
So, anyway.
All right. Well, I'll try and call the retro foam.
Yeah, and their number, hold on, their number is 720-676-6333. But I like the website, foamyourwalls.com. They have all their contact on there. Hey, Ron, what's your comment? And then I'll get Ted's comment. What's your comment, Ron?
Just comment on in the context of the discussion about this Thursday.
Yes.
If I understood you correctly, she was asking you she couldn't make next Monday, but wanted to know if next Thursday would work.
Right.
It seems to me, if you take it in context, next Monday is next Monday. The next Thursday would be following next Monday.
Yeah, but she didn't mean that. She actually meant, she did mean next Monday, obviously, a week from today. And then she said, but that won't work. Can you do next Thursday? She was thinking about the Thursday just a couple days from now.
I understand that, but if you just listen to what was said,
right.
The context
I get
is
you.
different.
I totally get you. And that's even more reason why you would believe it was next week. You're right. But I'm wondering, under normal circumstances, forget the next Monday. If I said, hey, Ted, can you have lunch, Ted, next Monday? Can you have lunch next Thursday? Would you think, Ted, a couple days from now or next week? What would you think, Ted?
Technically, I would think you're talking about next Thursday, the following week, because this Thursday is this Thursday, not next Thursday.
That's the way I look at it.
How about Sunday then?
Look. There's a
How about?
Wait, hold on. Just wait.
Sunday.
Just wait, though. Go ahead, Ted.
Sunday is the first day of the week, Mark.
That's right. So if I said let's have lunch next Sunday, is that the Sunday coming up or the following week?
That's the part where it gets confusing.
Look, this all boils down to there's a lot of people out there that are like Ralph Wiggum would say, me fail English? That's impossible.
We have more coming up.
This is Denver's talk station.
I got some
with Tom
follow-up on
Martino.
that fish
Now,
thing, so
Mike.
when we come back, I'll let you know.
Excellent.
It's interesting what happened.
Good. Don't tell us.
I won't.
So what happened?
I'm not
Don't tell us, and don't let Dan stir up shit.
No,
I see him over there. No, Dan was over there saying, "Come on."
Tom's gonna fire me, man. What am I doing?
Come on, Doc.
For money.
I'm just cutting your pay in half.
Yeah. You have to rely on.
I won't fire you.
local
Just
money.
cut your pay. That's the way you get people. Cut their
So
pay.
far, I'm up $3,700 for the month.
For what?
In poker for this month so far.
Are you shitting me?
No, I keep track of it.
I would too.
So
For the
what
IRS.
was your best month?
I know. This is the first year I'm keeping track.
How much are you up?
$37.50 so far this month.
37,000?
No, $3,750.
What is the biggest pot you can run about?
Oh, probably.
Or is it tournament style?
Depends where
No, I
you
don't
play.
play tournaments.
I
just play cash games.
Do they give you?
No.
What do I have?
So it's all tax free.
It's all tax-free money.
I'm wondering black hawk.
No way, dude.
You're a liar! That's what I like to say to these people that say, we're going to do SEO for you. Most people right now, seriously, with small businesses, even large businesses, they're paying for services they're not getting. Or they're not getting effective services. Here's what I want to tell you. If you're looking for presence on the internet and being found, get the company we use that truly gives us results. GetFoundFast.com. Call now for a free 5 or 10 minute analysis right now on the phone of your website. And then they can tell you what's wrong with it and give you some tips right off the bat. If you choose to use them, they will get results. GetFoundFast.com.
You got a question, Doc. When you play up there,
Yeah. They don't give you a 1099 or anything. Right.
Wait, they don't?
No, because they don't keep track of how much money you win or lose.
So you have to do it.
Because it knows.
Well, you have to report.
Technically,
Hey.
I mean, you could report me to the IRS. Go
But
ahead.
doesn't it say on there, though, that you do have to technically wins and losses,
Well,
right?
of course,
You don't get to
technically.
deduct losses except to the wins.
No, you could report yourself as a gambler, and if you keep track of your wins and losses,
you can't go negative though, can you?
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
It's your business.
Okay.
You can only write off as much as you won, though.
No,
There's no carryover.
That's what I just asked.
Or no carryover.
Right.
I'm
There
not
is no
asking about-
carryover.
No,
So,
no carryover.
in a year, Mark,
Yes.
if you lost, you're down net $6,000
Zero.
down.
That's it.
No, he's saying it's zero. You were saying you could if it's a
No, I didn't
business.
say carryover.
There's no
But I thought
carryover to
if
the
it
next
was your
I'm not
business-
talking about carryover. I'm talking about you have a business
Okay,
of gambling.
there is some weird shit if you're a professional poker
That's
player.
what I was talking about.
But that's weird shit.
But I am professional.
Between that and racquetball, he's got no time.
I'm trying to get Mark to the game so we can take some of his money.
I told you, I'll go up
You
with
know what,
here.
though, man? When you play with real people that play a lot, there's so much shit they look at that you never even dreamed of. They can tell when you're fucking bluffing. They can tell when you got a good card.
That's the super pros. You know, the guys I play with up
No, I'm talking about regular guys. There are guys at your table that can tell after a while when somebody has a good card. I'll bet you they know your tells.
I'll bet you I know their tells.
I know.
The whole point is for me
Aren't
not
there
to have,
people that...
The point is for me not to have tells.
I know. But there are people that every time will do a certain thing when they get a good card, or every time, and you don't even know you're doing it. One guy kept nailing me, and I said, how the fuck do you know I don't really have the card? And he said something.
It's because he kept saying, well, you keep turning them over and letting us see them.
Well, you know, the whole if you're a really good poker player,
Really,
you
man.
make sure you don't have any tells. You try and you know it's like
Is that why they wear glasses?
supposedly. But you know, if you
And hats
you ever
and all
watch
that.
a golf tournament, and they say when they're putting, they do the same routine every time, whether it's a 15-foot putt or a 2-foot putt.
Like what routine?
Their putting routine is always the same.
Okay.
So if you do that at the poker table, if you try and have the same persona every
Just remember, this is the same guy that didn't know what the woman meant by what day to meet.
By what?
Hey, I got a question.
By what?
He didn't even know what she meant by next Thursday. That's who you're listening to.
Table stakes.
I really thought she meant the week after. I did. I really, and she did. She said, no, I meant this Thursday.
And I would have said, most people would say, this Thursday, okay. That's what most people would have said.
I agree. So how much do you usually keep on the table?
5,000. Because okay, you can have a $100 bet and 3 raises, so it costs you $400 for one hand.
Damn.
Oh man, why is this called this? Gosh dang it.
And with that money on the table, if they go all in, you're either out or you go all in.
Well, you got to go down to pot odds.
No. They say
it depends. If Mark has 3,000 and you have 1,200,
I found a part
you're
of the
only
engineer's
responsible.
report.
He goes all in.
You're
only responsible for 1,200.
You just can't say, I only want to do it.
Right. No, you can't.
All in.
So I'm the opposed to I've been hired to be.
Or you go all in.
Right.
So this is Adams County. Yes, sir. Basically, at 25%, they have to replace the roof, the insurance company. So they brought in an engineer, and the engineer says it's only 22%.
I'll tell you a good game to
The
play.
city said it's 25.
You
so
ready?
You know ridge tiles on
heads
a tile
up.
roof.
I'll play in heads up anytime you want.
The city said that you can't pull.
No, just heads up poker. We get someone like him to deal. We each put $500 up. Winner takes all.
So then the Encompass brought in an engineer.
No.
To go just under it. So you know
no,
what
heads up is its own game, dude.
I'll show you right here.
Heads up is by far its own game.
And he says there's 241 linear feet at 1 foot each.
Yeah, you're playing straight same game each hand.
They're not.
I know what you mean.
He took. Can I write on this?
Yeah, whatever.
You have a ridge tile that goes like this.
Yeah, I know what it is.
He took this measurement.
It's 100 per bet. Because if you bet 100, someone raises you 100. That's not a $200 bet. That's two $100 bets.
This is the ridge tile.
Yeah, so that's something. He measured this. No, he measured the interior that's not even there to get the smallest measurement he could to kick it under.
Raised to 400. You're done. Okay. And I have 300.
A measurement that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, then what they do is...
Oh my God.
I've got the report right here. I just did all
you don't
that.
get
Tom
to
Martino
win
here, 303-713-TALK. 713-8255.
Want to hear about Vicky?
What happened with Vicky? And then we'll go to you. Go ahead. Let's see what the problem was first.
So
the problem
Vicky was that she went from DirecTV to Dish.
And then she
said that the
HughesNet installer took equipment that belonged to Wild Blue, and he was supposed to send it back, and it's going to cost her $150 because he didn't send it back.
Well, now she's saying they're billing up for $311. But here's the catch. He admits he took the stuff and he sent it to Dish in El Paso. He apparently talked to his supervisor, whose name I have, and I left a message with
Why would he send it to Dish and not to Hughes?
I'm just telling you what he did. He admits he sent it to
the wrong place.
Dish in El Paso.
But why El Paso, by the way?
I don't know.
That's probably where they get their returns. I mean,
whatever.
So anyway, he said he told his supervisor, whose name I have, and I have a call into his supervisor to find out if we can call El Paso, and if they have it somewhere, we'll get it sent to Wild Blue. If not, it seems to me that they're responsible for it.
Yes, they are.
If they sent it to the wrong place.
That's right, they
are.
are.
So let's see what his supervisor says, and let's call the people in El Paso and track it down. I'll follow up on this.
But you would think if the people in Dish did get it down there, they would send it off to the right place.
You would think so.
Geez, I don't know. You think so?
What would they do?
I mean, if Amazon gets a Walmart return, do you think they're forwarding it off to Walmart?
No, but Dish was doing business with Hughes. It's part of their package.
Oh, I don't know.
So therefore, you would think.
But it wasn't Hughes. It was Blue Apron or whatever the hell it was.
It was Wild Blue.
Oh, you know what, Mark? You're right.
It was Wild Blue.
You're right.
So
you're right. It was a totally different thing.
Right.
They sent it back to the wrong place. Okay.
So I'll follow up on this, and if necessary, I'll talk to El Paso and then get back to you.
But here's the bottom line, people, okay? If you have equipment that you have to send back, take control of it, okay? And then get tracking numbers and pictures of packages. That's what I would do. I would get a picture of it being in the box, then sealed, and then a tracking number. Ray, you have a comment on next Thursday or this Thursday. The same with any day. Next Monday, next Sunday, this Monday. Go ahead.
Is that for me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't deal with somebody that sent an email like that. If they say next Thursday, I have to email back and say, what date?
That's true.
That's exactly what Tom did, actually.
That's true. But what do you assume?
Yeah.
What do you assume?
I assume they need a new secretary.
All right. 303-713-TALK. Bill, you have a comment on social media. Go ahead.
Well, first I had a quick comment on Sears.
Go ahead.
I thought I had, well, because you could, Lowe's is selling their tools. I thought you could return stuff, but you can't.
What are you talking about? Return? What are you talking about, Bill?
He's talking about Craftsman, I would assume.
Oh,
right.
That's right. Lowe's carries Craftsman tools. You're right.
Everybody does now.
Right. But
oh, they do?
Social media?
Yeah.
I'm old like you.
Hey!
I guess it's good to...
I use social media, though. You're making it sound like I'm out of touch.
No, I didn't know I'm not. I'm just saying I use it. It's nice to see what everybody else is doing. The texting thing, I don't get texting at all.
You can still reach Tom on MySpace.
Bill?
Yes.
How old are you?
Let's see, what the year is this? I'm 67.
Don't put me in your class. I'm way younger.
Well, 1 year?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, take it easy.
So, Bill, thank you for calling as usual, 303.
I have tried to get him to come in.
I know.
For years. For the life of me, I don't understand why he can't.
Let's talk to Zach. Zach, this is a sad story. Let me sum it up, though, okay? That's what I need to do. How many brothers do you have, Zach?
I have one brother.
So there's two of you. How old are you guys?
He's 19, I'm 18.
18 and 19-year-old boys with their dad. Your mom left how long ago, Zach?
About 2.5 years ago in July 2017.
She left. Your dad maintained the house with the two of you, and you guys all, hang out together. And your mom comes back after 2.5 years and says, sell the house, I want my half. He says, wait a minute, I've been paying all the bills, I've been paying the mortgage payment, at least let me, have what I put into the house. She says, no, it's my half, and I guess she got hooked up with some guy that wants half of the money, they want to take the money and use it. But I'm not trying to make your mom sound bad, but this is the story we were told by your dad. Is all of that true? Did your mom just take off one day?
Yes.
And I often wonder, because I never get a chance to really ask people this who are affected, what did you guys think? I mean, it's not like you're babies, right? So what did you think? Did your father say, hey, mom took off, or did you know, or how did you find out?
So we were, right involved in the situation. She had called the police on him. He told his story, and the police told him that he has to go and get a restraining order.
Why did she call the police? Why one day does your mom call police on Dad?
So she had been drunk that day, and we were all just kind of involved in talking it out very loudly, arguing with her, and she was arguing back.
But why did she call? She was drunk, and she wanted your dad arrested?
Yeah. She claimed that he domestically abused her, which was just not true.
Yeah.
And that's why...
luckily, he had witnesses. Luckily, he had witnesses. Because I'll tell you what, because I can tell you, when a drunk woman calls and says you abused her, no matter what, whether it's true or not, they believe her. And you know what? People would argue they have to because of what could happen if they don't. But when there's witnesses there, at least you have something to go with. So they didn't arrest him. That's the good part. But what's the bad part?
So after that, he got a restraining order, and we got contacted by Tessa and a bunch of organizations that were looking out for Noah and I because we were minors at the time.
All right, hold on. We'll come right back to you, Zach. Just hang on.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Upwork, when you need in-demand talent on demand.
Taking a look at the Monday lunch hour drive.
Now, there's something new we didn't know about.
Oh, the dad. I thought it was a kid that got arrested.
No, that's okay. I thought the same thing.
But they're both over 18.
No, I know, but I thought when Suzanne came in here, she said the kid got arrested.
I did too.
That's what I thought too.
We all thought the kid got arrested. All of us did. Somehow. We all thought that.
Because it was
It's
next
amazing.
Thursday.
Because it was next Thursday, they said.
Right, he's going to get arrested next Thursday.
No. They just thought when you came in, somehow we all heard the kid was arrested. I don't know why. No, I swear to you, it's like amazing that it's just like that register.
She said that the kid got arrested. That's why.
She's saying you said the kid got arrested. We all heard it.
Hey, we got video.
You know what Warner Wolf said?
John Fuller is a personal injury attorney that is someone you can trust. You know what? People get in trouble with an injury and they don't know what to do. I always say this: get free legal advice when you need it the most from someone I've already vetted, someone I know, someone we rely on as an expert, John Fuller. Now, his website is personalinjuryco.com. Or you can talk to him personally. He'll take your call and evaluate your case together. If he takes the case, he only gets paid if he collects for you. John Fuller, 303-597-4500. We have a secret recording in here we're going to replay of Suzanne.
No, it'll be on video.
It's on video. We're going to play it back and bet you dinners. We're all going to bet you dinner.
I don't know.
Well, see that? There's my hand. Okay. Like a 1 second delay.
Okay, that's probably different than
maybe
here.
Aren't all cameras exactly the same delay though?
That one there.
Oh, come on. There are different delays for different cams?
No, all these here because it's there. Here,
Exactly.
See, look at that.
Like this.
That's a 1 second delay.
That's a bigger delay than yours.
Yeah.
So there are different delays.
No, just that one and then all the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
All the rest of them.
Why, are they on two different inputs?
Yeah, that inputs directly into the computer and the others go through.
So this is faster.
That's faster. Yeah.
God, that matters if it's plugged in or
well,
going.
it does here. I don't know. It's,
we're talking about a half a second delay.
No, I know.
Not enough to keep the upward out of it.
Oh, I get it. If we wanted to. Yeah, we don't have a delay on the feed. That's for sure.
And that's a pretty good February. What was your January like?
16.
That's pretty damn good. That is how many do you track your hours?
No.
Do you stay overnight there?
No.
So you
the only time I stayed overnight is when I'm up there and the weather gets really bad on the way, I don't want to drive home in the middle of a snowstorm.
Wearable tech is going to be the next big thing.
I do.
Agreed.
But
I just saw something today on Bluetooth.
My friend has a game on Saturday afternoon that I play.
All that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that's not so much. I mean, that's been around a while.
It's only for
Yeah. Right, you do. I have hearing aids, but I never wear them, and I need to because God, my hearing is bad. Not like bad, like an old guy, but just little things. Mine is mostly distinguishing, like when there's a lot of sound.
When there's a lot of
So I'm looking for the latest and greatest, but
if there's somebody I want to have dinner with, I'll go, you have 45 minutes for dinner. So if there's a friend of mine we want to have dinner, we'll just,
but the game keeps going.
Yeah, the game keeps going, you allow a 45-minute break.
To hold your seat.
Right, to hold your seat.
No, you know what's really good about that, what you would say, is you're made 3,700, and that's what the house taking theirs out.
Right. But the house, they take $5 out of a pot max.
Oh, I thought it was a percentage.
No, $5 max.
The juice.
I didn't know
that. So if there's like a $1,400 pot, they're only taking $5 out of it.
Oh no, I thought it was a percentage.
No.
In Vegas they do a percentage.
No.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to do that, right?
They take a rake up to a certain point. In Vegas, it's probably higher because they may have no limit games. You can bet several thousand.
Right.
But at least at Blackhawk, doesn't matter how big the pot is, the max is
What does this mean?
I didn't know that.
What does what mean?
In Facebook Manager, 12 legs. What is 12 legs?
No clue on that.
It says 12 legs. I gotta ask Suzanne something. I'm just confused.
See, that
wait. But here's the key: up to a predetermined maximum amount.
Oh, okay.
So depending on what the maximum amount is.
Let's see what they say here.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
I have an email that says this.
Uh-oh.
It says, no.
You're going to ask me what date it is?
It's from Facebook. It says,
I did
12
that.
Legs Marketing.
Yep, that's me.
Oh.
They all
Accepted your, so what do I do?
Well,
Nothing, I already did it.
Some casinos, not in Vegas.
Because you're an admin, you get a notice.
Some casinos.
Okay.
It's Excel Roofing's
per hour.
digitally.
They don't take a rake.
Okay.
So you buy
I don't have to
time.
do anything.
I'm giving them access to their own pixel.
But most places in Vegas don't do that.
No, I like
Places in Vegas do what?
I'm saying some casinos, you buy time, so they'll charge you X number of dollars per hour to sit at the table, and they don't take a rake. They do that a lot in California.
You're talking about a shill.
No, not shill. If you sit down at a poker table, you pay X number of dollars.
Oh, you pay?
Right, every half hour, and the.
Oh, I've never played that in my life. I've played with shills before.
Yeah, that's different, but this is a lot, mostly in California they do.
You know what a shill is? It's the worst thing to ever play with.
Is that a percentage?
Nope, a shill is someone that works for the casino and is on the casino's money playing at the table.
Ooh,
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors should be the first call you make if you have a garage door problem. Chappie and the gang, Chris Chapman, what a wonderful operation. And they do Martino inspections, which is a complete inspection of all the garage door and every element, no matter what you have done. And then they tell you the status of your door. They have new openers starting at just $300, or $333. They have Wi-Fi technology. They have battery backups, time to close features. The new Sidewinder I have, ask about it. I love this place. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. OneClearChoiceDoors.com, 720-370-3987. Zach and his brother lived with Dad. The mom left. The mom's basically an alcoholic, Zach. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, definitely.
She circled back to get... She basically was saying, you guys got to leave. She wants to sell the house and get half. It's pretty contentious. It's terrible. The bad thing on your dad's part, he never got a divorce. And he really should have, because that would have protected him. But he left it open, which meant she still owns the house with him. He filed for divorce just recently, but it's not going to help in this situation.
Why is he calling?
Well, you're calling because there's been a change. What happened, sir?
So on February 21st, about like midnight on Friday, they arrested him on impersonating a police officer, harassment, and stalking, which from what he's told us, none of them are true or have any factual basis. Our mom just lied to the police officers to get him arrested so she could get him out of the house and come over to the house.
So that's pretty egregious, those charges. Impersonating a police officer, harassment, and stalking. Oh my God! They have to have a shred of evidence, don't they? I mean,
that's what I would assume. But
I mean, how? Is it
with anything yet?
What bail is he being held on right now?
So he got arrested on February 21st on the Friday, and so they haven't had a bail hearing until today at 1:30.
We don't even know what so he has a bail hearing today at 1:30.
Correct.
Who arrested him?
We don't know very specific.
Is it Denver? Is it hold on a second. They don't even know where to go.
Hold on.
They don't even know who the fuck arrested him. They don't know who arrested him.
If you were listening to everything I said, which you guys don't, then you would know what I was saying. So here it is.
Okay, I didn't hear.
Mark. Oh.
Oh. Sorry, Tommy.
Oh, it's okay. You managed to get the video? Okay.
Okay. So I come in.
Oh man, the son is on the phone. He was arrested Friday night. I swear to God, that's why I thought it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a matter of like.
Do you remember what I told this
she
guy?
She said the guy with the so-and-so, the son's on the phone, he got arrested.
Yeah,
I know,
that's what I, but I could see how it was taken the other way.
I know exactly. That clears it up. Okay,
You weren't here Friday.
Yeah.
You left early. This guy called again.
Yeah.
What did I tell him? Do you remember?
Oh, don't get arrested, you probably
I said, don't you get in more trouble. You need to freaking forget this.
Friday, Mark?
I don't know. I didn't even
What
listen.
did he call about on
He
Friday?
started calling every few days.
He may have.
Do you remember what I told him?
Yeah,
I drilled it to him. I said, you're going to make this worse on yourself, man. You need to move on and forget it.
He may have pretended he was a police officer to try to fuck.
I bet he did. Impersonating a police officer is a pretty big deal.
Just remember,
That's felony stuff.
She's getting.
He is so jaded by this chick.
Her boyfriend is giving her advice.
I know.
And he's a con.
I know,
He's an ex-con.
but I'll bet you.
Oh, he is?
That's what they said.
Well,
But listen, but I'll bet you he did probably try to harass them. You know?
Something happened. I warned that
They don't
fucking
just
guy.
God Almighty, he called Friday.
Yeah, in fact.
Mark, why don't you talk to him off the air, Zach, right here, and see what he says?
I'm not going to talk to the kid. I don't think the kid knows anything.
So, Mark, let me just say, a shill sometimes.
Can we try to get Joe
They play their
Lazara
own
on?
money, but they get
No.
paid in.
Can we try Joe Lazara?
A prop.
And tell the
A
kid
shill,
we're going to try
a
to
shill always uses the house money.
But
A prop uses their own money,
and gets paid by
gets paid hourly.
Right.
Who does?
They're two different
A
kinds.
prop. And I don't mind playing with prop. Most props never bet.
And they're their money anyway.
A prop?
Yeah.
No, they have. Sometimes in order to set up the game, they'll have either a
Keep
shill
a table
or a
there.
prop. A shill.
In Colorado,
plays with
you
house
can't
money.
have a shill.
Do you know they're
Arizona,
there?
you can ask.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that.
Most places up there.
Anytime you sit on a table, you can say, are there any props or shills at
And
the table?
they have to.
And what's a shill?
A shill is they play with the house money.
And what's a prop?
A prop gets
They pay
paid
with their own
hourly.
money, but they get hourly.
They get hourly paid by.
So how do you become one?
You just go anybody. Doc could become one. I could.
And what's the reason to become one?
They keep the table open.
They want to fill up the game. I'm not going to sit down at the table.
Okay, can you have 4 props and 1 player?
You sure can.
And those guys, but is their interest to make money for the house?
No. They're getting paid hourly though.
Well, what about the guy playing with the house money? There's
That's
no
a
fucking
shill.
risk.
That's illegal in Colorado, but in Arizona, Florida, other places,
they can do that.
But that's like, it seems unfair because you
It's
don't
horribly
have that,
unfair.
You don't have that risk,
Oh,
so
right.
you can take a lot of.
Are you kidding? They have no risk. It's not their fucking money.
Oh,
right. But that's why you should. I always ask when I sit down.
Yeah, if they're losing a lot of dough, they're not going to be a shill.
Who uses? What's the difference?
But here's
Why
the
would
deal.
they
You
use
have
a
3
shill and
shills
not
at
a
a
prop
table.
or a prop and
They
not a
can
shill?
change virtually anybody.
If they can't get.
You're not going to
someone
sit
do
around
that,
even on a pair of jacks
gotta be
when
legal.
someone's got.
That seems so fucking unfair.
Well,
So
I
you
mean,
could have.
state by state.
That's why you have to ask.
In Indian
It's like anything else.
casinos,
But you have to be a
usually
good
the
player
ones
to
at
do
Indian
that.
casinos are actual Indians.
Whenever you walk into a casino, you need to know what
Eskimos.
the rules are of that casino.
Yeah, you need to know.
Hey,
all the casinos have
let me buy you some fire water.
Holy shit.
Right, every casino has different rules.
If you ever rob a casino on an Indian reservation, you just stay on the reservation. No. What happens if you... I heard, like, if they rob somebody in the regular country and then run back to the reservation, they can't get arrested, right? Isn't that true?
No, the people at the reservation can arrest them.
They can arrest them and extradite them,
Right,
technically.
right.
But does the same go the other way?
I don't know the answer.
If I ran onto a reservation, could they arrest me?
Who? If you robbed the reservation?
The white man.
Only if you had a reservation.
I don't know.
Dude, I'm curious here. So I'm an appraiser on an insurance claim.
Yeah.
And I was looking through the engineer's report, and basically it's a city where if the roof over 25% of the roof is damaged, they have to replace the full roof.
Like a lot of them.
They determined that it was 26%, the homeowner's contractor.
So that's good.
They brought in an engineer that determined it was 22.3. The engineer lied on the coverage of the ridge tile to bring it below it, and I have his report.
So now what do you do?
Well, they'll lose it. They'll have to pay for the full roof. But beyond that, he committed fraud. He knowingly shifted the numbers and stamped a report.
Oh man!
So you
I'm
report
going to turn him over to the APA.
He's going to say it was a mistake.
Who gives him his license?
I mean, if it's math, he's going to say it was a
state
mistake.
stamped engineer.
No, but who gives him his license? The Dora?
No. Probably Dora.
Well, then
actually.
contact Dora and get his license
I'm
taken away.
gonna turn him into there's a place called the APA, American Policyholders Association.
Doc, you would be shocked how many people, for example, say they're engineers.
Oh, no,
yet you've never seen any credentials.
This is a stamped
And he
engineer's
doesn't
report.
talk like one either.
And they don't talk like one. They talk like, well, farmers or something.
Maybe he's a shill for the
Here's the
engineering
thing.
company.
He's a shill.
This is a stamped engineer's report.
Summer J.
He didn't make a mistake. He literally, if you change this number by 0.1, he's over. He literally fudged the number. There's no way he got the matrix.
Who was the insurance company?
E-Compass.
E-Compass? Who the fuck's that?
It's an Allstate brand.
Okay, I knew that was something.
And the
not E-Surance, E-Compass.
But I mean, you're talking, E-Compass. I'm looking at it. This is a stamped engineer that's saying that a tile, this is the hip tiles are 13 inches wide. He changed it to 8 inches wide. There's no made hip tile 8 inches wide. He
Well, I think
literally.
you need to report it to the whatever agency.
So
he
you
has
know,
responsibility.
Scott on Friday.
But they tried to deny somebody $50,000 in money.
Yeah,
So it's
he
them.
wanted to sue his wife.
Well, why would he do that?
Remember
Because
that?
he wants to make the carrier happy.
That's what the original call was.
I could tell in his voice he was like going on the deep end.
That's the part I
He
get.
called us 4 times in a couple weeks.
Hey, did we ever get
So his
I-10
original
job?
question when he called on Friday.
Ever get
when he
what?
was on,
Did we ever get
he
I-10
wanted
a
to see
job?
if he could sue his wife in small claims court for her non-payment.
That's interesting.
Dude, he was so...
They don't have a contractual arrangement.
He was so off the hinge, though, man.
Mark, I have not heard from Vector at all.
He's the one that dropped the F-bomb.
Yes.
Well, you'll see him at mediation.
What if they don't show?
Well, then you're going to end up going to court and you'll get the default. They're going to have some argument. I have no idea what it's going to be.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. This is the show of shows where we solve problems. We answer questions. We take complaints. This hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. For anyone suffering from pain, this is an anti-inflammatory second to none. It's great for before you work out. I use it before I work out. Listen, the show's all about recommending stuff. So if you have something you think we should recommend, let us know. Really, let us know. If you think there's something we're missing, let us know. If you have a problem with anyone on this show that you hear us advertise for, let us know. This is all about transparency and really helping people. That's why I love it. Because especially with all the political contentiousness going on now, no matter what, everyone agrees we should not be ripped off and lied to and cheated. Everyone agrees on that, so we can help you in that regard. Call us and we help. RealCBDThatWorks.com. I promise you, you will find this the most incredible stuff. RealCBDThatWorks.com. The company is Panacea Life Sciences. So let's talk. We've been talking about insulation. We didn't talk a lot about the hail-proof roof, but that is a move in the industry, hail-proof roofing. I think that the insurance industry has to catch up to it and give severe discounts for people with hail-proof roofing. Mark has a version of it. We have Johnson Construction here, Roofs by Johnson. They market a tile that's unbelievable.
You know what? Even if they didn't give massive discounts, like beyond what a Class 4 shingle would be, you can always up your hail and wind peril to a $10,000 deductible with it. Yeah. You'll save a ton of money right there.
Chase, do you think Chase Johnson, the owner of roofsbyjohnson.com, Johnson Construction, you can see it at roofsbyjohnson.com. Chase, do you think there is a scenario where hail would do harm to this thing? Man, I've seen some incredible video.
You know, I'm curious to see what it does in about 40 years, 50 years. It's
you mean as it gets older?
Yeah, I mean, but in current day, in the first 20 years, no. I see no scenario.
It's so unbelievable. So, yeah. Okay, now, we want to talk to Zach, whose dad was arrested. Now, listen, this guy has called us several times, the dad. He is arrested now. He's in jail now. His bail hearing is in a half hour.
Ironically, I warned this guy Friday on the air for probably 5 minutes straight to just, keep it down, move on. It's time to get past this crap.
Yeah. I mean, no matter what, his wife is going to be entitled to something on that house. And even though, she's an alcoholic and she might be, shacking up with a guy that's a bad dude or a con man, who knows? I don't know the truth, but I do know this. These are serious charges. I'm not sure what Zach wants and how we can help. But Zach and his brother, 18 and 19 years old, listen, these guys are facing a lot of problems. I mean, their dad was just arrested. Their mom left him. So Zach, it sounds to me, I just want to tell you, what I say doesn't matter as far as his guilt or innocence, but it sounds like something that could happen in the heat of the moment. Impersonating a police officer and harassment and stalking, that sounds a lot worse than it is. What I mean is, he probably, who knows, could have called this guy and pretended to be a police officer and wanted him to leave you alone. Who knows? I don't know, Zach. Is your dad saying he did absolutely nothing? Because they don't arrest people on absolutely nothing. They have to have at least some kind of evidence or smoke, even if your mom called on him. So what is your dad telling you right now? Have you been able to talk to him?
Yeah, we've been able to talk to him. And
how did you talk to him? By phone?
Yes.
Okay, and he said what?
He has said that he's fairly certain that these charges are nothing, and that he, as long as he gets a good defense attorney, can get through it, which is the main question we're trying to ask you is, do you have any recommendations for him? Because he's a little bit scared.
Yes, but he should have done it before today. He's going to need someone, and whoever he gets, they can't show up today. I hope this guy can get out on bail. If not, he has to sit tight until our guy can get to him. But Joe Lazzara is someone who we're trying to get a hold of right now. We put a page into him, or a text. Zach, did he say what happened? Do you think it's your mom who called police or what?
So I haven't heard the exact details from him yet, but from talking to my mom, she has one picture of his vehicle being near their house and has said it's happened multiple times, but she doesn't have any proof of that, and that is what
do you think that's impossible, Zach? What do you think? Do you and impersonating a police officer, did she elaborate at all? I'm pretty sure the complaint came from her and the guy she's with. I mean, I don't think he's going around impersonating a police officer or bothering anyone else. I mean, it's not like he's crazy. So what did she say he did?
So those are the only things that I've heard.
What, that the car was near her house?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what else? I mean, did she say he called?
I know from just like gathering information around that they have been talking fairly frequently, but it hasn't been like one-sided communication where my dad spams her with text. If anything, it would be the opposite, where she's tried to call him like 50 times.
Are they on speaking terms, or are they yelling at each other?
Definitely yelling.
So she's the one prosecuting this, probably behind it. Are you going to the bail hearing? You got only a few. Are you going to be there?
He told us that we wouldn't be able to come, so we have not made plans to go there.
Well, I hope the hell he gets out. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Zach. We can help him with an attorney. But listen, Mark had a pretty good feeling that your dad was really upset on Friday and could have done something stupid. And Friday was the 21st when he got arrested. And he probably got arrested. What time did he get arrested?
About midnight.
Well, hold on. Midnight meaning, so he was arrested on the 22nd.
Yeah, basically. A little before midnight, so the 21st, I believe.
Okay, all right. So that was after talking to Mark, who did the 4th hour on Friday. And he basically said, Mark, what did he say? Why did he call on Friday?
More about his wife, and he wanted to take her to small claims court, but I kind of stopped him in his tracks, and I said, come on, man, at some point, you got to do what's right for you. You got to let this go. And you could tell when he dropped the F-bomb on the air a week ago. Just he's so caught up in it. He can't
Zach,
see past it.
He's very upset, Zach, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he should be, but the problem is it's becoming to his own detriment.
Did you ever ask your mom why she's doing this? She probably thinks, hey, that's half my house, right?
Yeah, I haven't really asked for her reason, and there doesn't seem to be a good reason besides the fact that she just wants her half.
Well, you kind of can't blame her, although I think she should pay him for the payments he's been making on it. But you can't blame her for wanting to dispose of the house and move on. I know that she should have some, compassion for her sons. But I'll bet you she said, Zach, you can live with me, right? She probably said that. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's made that offer.
Of course, because your dad, your dad said she doesn't care about us. She just wants to make us homeless. And I knew that wasn't the case. She's probably saying, look, Zach, you guys can come live with me. I want, I want part of the house and you guys can live with me. I want the money. I've been married to him for this long. I deserve it. And Zach, I'm not trying to get you involved in this fight, but certainly, even though he's been making the payments on it the last few years, you do realize that other than that, she does have something coming from that house. You know that, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
You should call Lazara, man.
Fair as possible.
This could be a big deal. Impersonating a police officer.
He should be. Listen, what your dad should do is just try to negotiate so when they sell it, she gets her half minus what he's been paying the last few years. But, you got to help him move on, too. He is really pissed off. I don't blame him. She left you guys high and dry. Are you guys kind of on... How are you and your brother toward your mom? Is she pretty... I don't know. Do you think she screwed up and in trouble? Can you see it? Is she, or does she claim she got over it? What is her position with you guys?
So our position has been that we don't want to be around her when she's drunk because she's at the very least emotionally abusive, but also she's been physically abusive to my brother.
And does she realize this? Does she apologize or make any kind of statements to let you believe or know that she's at least mindful of it? Or does she deny everything?
She denies everything.
God, that's the worst. So she doesn't even acknowledge she has a problem.
Correct.
Well, listen, would you let us know what happens? Suzanne's going to talk to you off the air and give you the attorney.
Hey, Tom, why wouldn't he be able to go to the bail hearing? I mean...
Well, he can. I don't know why he can't.
His dad probably doesn't want him there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. His dad doesn't want him there. But Zach...
I wonder if he called up saying he was a cop or something.
I don't know. Is that what they're saying he did, Zach? Did your mom elaborate at all?
Not on that charge at all.
No. Mark, he probably... I don't know. He obviously didn't impersonate an officer with her. She'd know him.
Regardless, so it's getting worse and worse.
Well, he could have decided to file for divorce a few years ago when she bailed on all of them and got this stuff rolling a long time ago.
He could. That's right.
Which is odd.
He would have been done with this. But here's what he did. He filed years ago and then dropped it. Okay? Because he figured, look, she abandoned us. At least I have the house and I have the kids. That's all I want. So he thought, let's leave well enough alone.
And meantime, the house appreciates.
But she comes back like a bad penny. The house is appreciating. And she comes back wanting her half and everything that goes with it. He simply wants to be reimbursed for what he's had to do and child support. Look, there's validity on both sides. She's an alcoholic drunk. She doesn't acknowledge it. I think I sway more toward the dad and the two boys. But hell, what are you going to do now? Now he got himself in trouble. And I think, Zach, yeah, he probably did get himself in trouble. Am I saying he did everything? She's saying no, but you know damn well he probably did something. He was very pissed off. I'd like to help him, but you got to call this defense attorney. Suzanne will give you the information.
Weekdays 2 to 4.
Too bad it's not tomorrow. I'd go down to the bail hearing.
Where's it at?
Doesn't matter. It's today at 1:30.
Right. Is it Denver? Is it Arapahoe?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know who arrested him.
That's the worst day to get thrown in the hoosegow.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Friday
That's
night,
the worst day?
you're done. You're done. Trust me.
So they must have came to his house and arrested him.
They do have hearings though on Saturdays and Sundays. They do.
I bet like Denver does. But small towns, fuck no. Like Franktown, no, not gonna happen.
Yeah,
So we need to get
That would
Mark
be the
arrested.
county.
Douglas, right?
That would be the county.
Let's get Mark arrested on a Friday. Keep him in jail over the weekend.
I don't even know where the Franktown jail is.
No, there probably
There's
isn't
no.
a jail.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
I like
Especially-
Andy Griffin, where the drunk always checks
I'll tell
himself
you-
into the cell.
I'll tell you what's really terrible is when there's nothing you can do about it. If a woman says you hit her, there's nothing you can do.
Unless
Nothing.
you have witnesses.
Right.
Like witnesses right there to talk right then and there.
Right.
I don't mean like witnesses later, because your ass is going to jail, boy.
Yeah. Well, they say if cops are called, somebody goes to jail.
Domestic violence?
That's not true.
That's in some states.
Not always. Listen, man. I had my wife call them 4 times, and we've had her girlfriends were there, and they were all drunk. But her girlfriend said he didn't do anything. She just fell down and started screaming. They would leave.
Crazy.
They would stay an hour and investigate every single fucking. They would talk to 3 or 4 people and say, okay, dry her out, and they'd leave. One time she got taken in for a mental health hold. The 5th time there were no witnesses. I knew fucking damn. I knew it. I said, here's what I said to him. Listen, look at your records.
Every time.
Please. She's done this 4 other times. Just look at your records. He said, man, he said, there's nothing. He said, do you have any witnesses? I said, no. He said, there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. And I said, doesn't the track record say, and there was nothing, and it was fucking Friday night. There was nothing. And I said, God damn it. This is going to ruin everything. It's going to ruin me. And they don't fucking care. They're not mean. They were not mean, by the way. They said, you know what? There's nothing we can do. I mean, and it's like, God.
Is that Denver?
Yeah.
Denver or Cherry Creek?
Yeah, it was
Cherry
Denver. Because she was describing it as in the car where we were in Denver or something.
And she did it prior, though? She'd say the same
4
shit?
times.
Why the fuck did you say
4
it?
fucking times. Well,
that's a whole
different story. Kind of little kids. 4 fucking times.
Yeah, but after about the first time, happened.
And every time it was the same exact circumstance. Drunk.
Yeah.
And crazy. And you know what? Her girlfriends stuck up for me. I mean, they said, oh, no. She's just... One time she said I tried to kill her with a needle, with her diabetic thing.
And her friends would be there when she's calling the police.
Yeah.
And they were still her friends.
No, they were her friends, but they wouldn't lie. They never lied. They said, oh, no. He was in the other room.
But it's tough to say to someone like that.
One time, listen to this. One time, she starts screaming, "Oh my God, take your hands off me, please, help me." And they run in, and I'm in the bathroom, like doing something, and she's in the walk-in closet, like 25 feet away, and they walk in and going, "Holly, what's going on? He's in there. What's going on?" And she go, "Tell him to stop." I swear to God, blood curdling. It was dangerous.
You know what? Guess what? That helicopter crash?
Yeah.
They were not allowed. They were only allowed to fly under visual flight rules.
Why?
I don't know, but they just filed a lawsuit today.
But what does that mean? I got to see what that means.
Island Express, which owned the helicopter, was only allowed to fly under visual flight rules.
That means that
and the conditions were not fit for flying.
Okay, that means the helicopter was not equipped for it. That's what it meant, yeah. Because you have to have an IFR-equipped helicopter and an IFR-equipped pilot.
But
both.
Well, maybe the pilot wasn't. Did you see that helicopter? There's no way that was an IFR equipped, is there?
You think it was or wasn't?
I think it had to be.
Well,
that was not
do you
a
know?
cheap-looking helicopter.
Do you know? In order to be, do you know what?
definitely
This is
wasn't
unlike airplanes. In order to be an IFR helicopter, you must have an autopilot. That's
yeah, but look at that. Look up the model.
That's an $11 million helicopter.
It's an $11 million helicopter.
Yeah, but it may have not been current. You know what? A helicopter has to be inspected every 2 years. The equipment has to be certified. And I'm telling you, man, it's hard to keep an IFR aircraft in service. It's hard.
What's kind of weird too
mine is equipped. I don't keep, not my helicopter isn't, but my other airplane, and I don't even keep it certified because it's not worth it. It's too much.
Do you think
But this is a multi-million-dollar helicopter.
I know.
From a company that...
Was it just his, though?
I don't know. Oh, I think he leased it exclusively, yeah.
And what kind of pilot flying a helicopter like that
Tell me
want to have their VFR rating?
No, he has his IFR rating.
Yeah,
he had his rating, which then tells you...
Yeah, I don't think he was that bright.
Am I on now?
Helicopter
Tom Martino here, 303-713-8255. 303-713-8255. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Here's the funny thing. He does interiors, too. Genesis Total Exteriors. No, Mark Szymanski's a great guy for bathrooms, kitchens, and for basements. And, of course, everything else on the outside. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. At a time when, we are looking for great home improvement people. We have good people. Take advantage of them at referralist.com, including Genesis and Mark Szymanski. Now, speaking of home improvements, this hail-proof roof is, I think, there'll be a time, Chase, when everyone will have a hail-proof shingle. And we'll look back and say, why didn't we do this sooner? Think of the billions of dollars this has cost insurance companies over the years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, think about it. Now, this roof is so incredible, and there are other ones like it.
Nobody has a hail-proof warranty. Nobody in
there is. Wait, what is that other one? What is that other one we were told? What is it called?
F-Wave. That's what I have.
Nope. F-Wave does not have a hail-proof warranty.
If someone's listening,
and their warranty is only on residential, it does not extend over into
really. So you looked at both of them.
I installed the very first F-Wave in the state of Colorado.
And you'd say it does not have...
It does not have a hail-proof
But
warranty.
it is a pretty damn good roof.
I like the product. I like the company that makes it.
Yeah.
I know the CEO.
And practically speaking, I don't see how hail can damage it. I mean, I looked at this damn thing. Now, I will say that all of them...
It's a 3-year-old product, though.
What do you mean?
You can't test UV rays in 3 years. EuroShield's a 22-year-old product.
So. Well, okay. UV is a different story altogether. UV, by the way, does UV affect normal asphalt?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So what is the lifetime?
I think UV would affect almost anything.
So, for instance, in Ohio, an asphalt roof may last its package life at 30 years. Here, that roof is typically cashed out at 22 years.
Because of UV.
Yes.
303-713-8255. Listen, we need calls right now with any problems, questions, or complaints. We got through them except for Verna. And if you have any questions on roofing or home improvements or this, the retro foam, which I find astounding. Oh, I wanted to ask about retro foam in a second here. I do have a question about toxicity. Someone asked about, not that you would get there and eat it, but just be thinking about that. I'll ask you right after this. So turn that off right. I'll ask you right after Verna. Verna, go ahead, Verna. What's happening?
Good afternoon, Tom. I appreciate you taking my call.
How can we help you?
My brother belongs to a small church group, the United Methodist Presbyterian Church in Rifle, Colorado. And several months ago, they had a disgruntled parishioner, a man, put sugar in the gas tank of their 14-passenger handicapped van for bringing people who were handicapped or needed help, particularly getting to church.
You know what? This is a whole different tangent I don't want to get into because vandalism is vandalism. But I was told that you can't disable a vehicle with sugar, and that's a myth. With today's filters and fuel pumps and all of that, it's a myth that it won't happen. It will not disable a vehicle. But I don't want to go there right now because this is probably an older bus or van, isn't it? How old is it?
Oh, yes.
How old?
Okay. Well, all I know is what I've been told. And
how old is it?
I wasn't told that.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Okay, you mean you only... Okay, so no matter what, though, we do know this. It's not running.
No, it is not running.
Okay, and do you know how long the church had it, the van?
No, I don't.
And do you know what kind it is?
I'm sorry. I just talked to my boyfriend, and he did not. I should have asked him more questions.
But here's why I'm asking, because we might be able to help get it fixed. And I know you probably called for a different reason, but here's what I'm going to tell you. Whatever you don't know, it doesn't matter. We'll take your number, and we'll take the church's number and find that out later. What do you need from us now?
Well, just that they've been having people searching for another van for them that's handicapped accessible. It has to have a lift in it for wheelchairs and tie-downs. And anything they've found is either too much money or it's so far away. Like there's one in Washington State, but they're in Raleigh.
No, I understand. Now it has to have a lift. You're saying, right? A ramp wouldn't be good enough for somebody to push it up onto.
No, it needs a lift to lift them up into a. And it can't be any bigger than 14 passengers because they don't have anybody with a CDL.
Oh, so you're limited to 14 passengers?
Correct.
Okay. And tell me, how do they know, first of all, that a disgruntled congregate did it?
I'm assuming that they caught him.
Oh.
Again, I didn't ask that question either.
Okay, there's a lot I'd like to know, because I'm thinking we might be able to do something to help them to fix it or something. What were you going to say, Chase?
I mean, either a new engine or it should be a covered loss. Vandalism, even if
that's what I was thinking,
is a covered loss.
That's why I'm asking these questions. Like, was the person arrested?
Let me give you the name of the pastor of that church and her phone number.
You know what? Let's call right now. Can we do that? Oh. Did you tell her you're going to be contacting us for help?
No, I did not. I didn't talk to her. I just talked to my brother, who is one of the parishioners.
Okay.
It's probably way cheaper to repair that vehicle with a used engine than looking for a new one.
Yeah.
Do they still have it?
Yeah, do they still? How long ago did it happen, dear, did you say?
Months.
How long?
A couple of months ago,
okay.
2 or 3 months ago. They've been trying to find something since, and my brother just thought maybe I could help out. So.
Okay, Verna. How many member church is it, do you know?
The United Methodist Presbyterian in Rifle, Colorado.
Yeah, do you know how big it is?
It can't be huge.
Okay. Why don't you hold on? She's a wealth of it. I'm just kidding. Verna, you're very nice to want to reach out to us and to hold for this. Let's get that information, Suzanne. If you could get the number of that pastor and give her a call. I would give it to Deputy Doc, but I don't want the roof to collapse when he calls and inquires about a church. You never know what'll happen. Earthquake, whatever. So, and if he walked inside, it would definitely be.
Thanks for the referral, Tom.
If it was, can you imagine him walking into there? Okay. This shouldn't be too hard, though. I'm thinking no matter what. I mean, first of all, the gas tank, really. The sugar in the gas tank, it's not going to do what people think it's going to do. I wish I could tell you why I knew this, but
it doesn't dissolve in gasoline, so it'd just be like putting sand
exactly.
in there. Yeah.
And I know this because we, years and years ago, knew some people who wanted to do it on purpose for a story. No, it was really on purpose. We wanted to do it on purpose because we were testing out different theories about disabling vehicles. And we were shocked at how difficult it was to disable a vehicle. Honest to God, we were shocked. Because it was a story I was doing, and people would claim sugar in the gas tank, it won't disable crap. And then there was something else they were saying, additives for gas. That was the thing a lot of people did. And then, of course, the quickest way and easiest way is electrical. That's, if you really want to disable a vehicle, you start cutting wires. That's the way to disable a vehicle. Or you take it to Freeway Ford. Is that where you went?
Yeah. No, that'll get you quick. That works really well.
No, are you in a lawsuit with them right now?
Apparently I can't sue them. I have to go through arbitration.
Yeah, it's the Ford arbitration, is it?
Yes, the Ford arbitration with the AAA.
Okay, I'm going to pretend I'm the arbiter, and you can tell me the story.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now.
No.
They're together there.
I know, it's a very big difference, too.
Really? What is it?
Yeah, that's what I was confused about. How can it be a
Methodists reject the doctrine of predestination, while the Presbyterians accept it.
Really? Like
They accept predestination.
Exactly.
Well,
In fact, they say
on
Calvinists.
on predestination.
But predestination is like, why bother?
There's no reason to vote. There's no reason to do anything.
Do they believe in predestination like so
Presbyterian?
sin? Do anything you want.
The Calvinists believe that. That's their,
Why would a God create a predestiny?
You can't question God's motives. That's what they always say.
Predestination.
But think about that. That's like, how do you combine those two churches?
No, they're the opposite.
That's completely different.
Well, let's ask her when she gets back on if it's really...
No, she doesn't know shit about anything.
She doesn't? Yeah, well, she's not a member of the church, so she probably doesn't know
I'll bet
what
you
it is.
I'll bet you the filters.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Sorry.
You know what? It's going to be something minor.
That's like combining.
Yeah.
Who am I doing? Get Found Fast. That's an SEO and internet optimization company. You know, really, I shudder to think how many people are paying $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month thinking they're getting the best. Get a free website analysis. You convince yourself if these guys are good enough to do business with. Get a free website analysis of your website, how it loads and how it looks and how search engines can find it. Not what the people are telling you that you're hiring. But get a free analysis. Look, if they're doing a good job, Get Found Fast will tell you. We use Get Found Fast. GetFoundFast.com. Look at their website, contact them, have them do an analysis of your site and your internet presence. They do it for us and we get results. GetFoundFast.com.
Listen to how different this is. Methodists say that all those people who believe in God will get salvation. Presbyterians say that God has already chosen who he wants to save.
Well, that's crazy.
And they mixed them in the same
Although
church.
I have a philosophy of not criticizing people's beliefs. They believe anything they want, but that does sound weird. If he already made up his mind, it's kind of like pointless.
Maybe the Presbyterians just make fun of the Methodists in the... They just had him there for shits and giggles.
Maybe there's...
these guys are going to hell. Let's
maybe
invite them
there's only
in.
enough people for one congregation there.
Yeah.
That goes for
Maybe it is two
Scientology, too?
different services.
You believe in Scientology?
No, I didn't say I believe in any of it. I said I don't criticize
I
people's
had
beliefs.
the same... I swear to God, I invoked that same thing last time.
I do not criticize people's beliefs. I don't.
Well, you got
Wickham. You love the Wickham. Loves Wickham.
Well, fucking Scientology.
Loves Wickham.
Believe in the galactic overlord.
Look,
First of all, if you pay me enough money, I will
criticize
teach you all about the galactic overlord.
I'm not going to criticize them. I think that's a dangerous thing.
So you're saying you believe in Wickham?
No, I didn't say I believe in anything. I said I don't criticize people's beliefs.
So you're saying you're a Scientologist?
I don't.
As long as it doesn't hurt people. I mean, obviously, if they do human sacrifices.
Scientology hurts people.
Well, I don't know that.
Well, they say it does.
I mean, I'm talking about, like human sacrifice and shit like that. What do they do it where they do on Easter? There were people in Mexico doing shit. I'm talking about normal stuff.
Oh, you're talking the Mayans. That's real shit, though.
Whatever they did, they were hurting. I'm talking about hurting people.
Oh yeah, they would sacrifice people and grab their heart.
And they throw them right down the fucking steps, man.
Yeah, but that's in the old days. They don't do that now.
Well, the 50s.
They did that in the 50s?
No.
And 60s.
Okay, no, the 60s.
Right in Cancun.
The 60s were a good time.
But those were tourists, Mark. Those are tourist attraction.
Hey, I dare you to climb that pyramid.
I dare you to get up to the top.
But the
Go look at the guy from Indiana Jones
and then duck into that back room.
Yeah.
Scientologists ruin people's lives.
First thing to ask you, are you here by yourself?
Now, who's going to tell you that? I've heard that about every religion there is. For
What's
God's
that?
sake, that they ruin people's lives.
Well, no, but if you leave a congregation in any organized religion, they don't hassle you. They don't send people to your house.
But they'll deny they do.
No, are you kidding? No. A lot of them will shun you. If you're not in the church, you have nothing to do with your family.
I don't want to be in a position of defending them. So I don't want to be in a position of defending them. I'm just kind of, obviously, if they were doing stuff illegal like that, I wouldn't like it. Of course not. But I find it so easy for people to criticize. That's all. Mark, have you heard from Guyan?
Yes. Here you go. How about Rastafarianism?
What about Pastafarians? You know
no,
I'm serious.
What's going on? Is his mother
You
dying
never
or
heard of
something?
I think
Pastafarians?
so.
Pastafarians?
Look up. There was a guy.
They pray to pasta.
No, when the Kansas School Board was going to teach creationism, he founded this religion called about the invisible spaghetti monster. And he had this whole fable about the invisible.
Who says it's a fable?
Spaghetti monster. And he said, "This is you can't disprove this any more than you can disprove Christian theology."
That's true.
And he convinced them, and they didn't teach creationism. Look up the flying spaghetti monster, or look up Pastafarians.
Oh, how about Christian Science?
No, but
and they don't give their kids any shit, and their kids end up dead. No criticism. No, you're not going to criticize.
You can't say stuff. But first of all, that's not true.
No, that's definitely happening.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. Did we get a hold of that pastor, Suzanne?
Not yet. I left her a message and I'm texting her.
Okay, so do we have any follow-ups, by the way? I do. Here's what I have is open. This is a long time ago. A woman, and then I won't even. What about the Adam Levine lover? The man who claims his wife has an online affair with Adam Levine, and he's going to come to Denver to see her, and he loves her, and they're in love. Listen, folks. You think I'm kidding, right? You would not believe how many people are online believing they met someone. Now, in some cases, it's a celebrity. In fact, that's what gets them. And they say, you're the only one who truly understands me. And they think that they have a relationship with a celebrity. But in other cases, it's simply a relationship. And they think someone loves them. And it turns out to be a guy who's scamming women all over the country. But we have had so many men call this show or contact us off the air whose wives have gone off the deep end in some romantic online relationship. It's crazy. 303-713-TALK. Chase, let's talk about or we can talk about the insulation, okay? Is it toxic? Anybody? Tim or Chase? Now listen, Rocky Mountain Retro Foam, it's not the spray, it's not an epoxy, it is a foam. I like to describe it like a thicker shaving cream. It goes in to a 2-inch hole. It fills this entire wall cavity, and I just love the insulation itself. It stays in place. It doesn't settle. It doesn't compress. Soundproofing, it's tight. It's wonderful. Now, next question. Is it toxic itself? I don't know when people would ever be exposed to it, but let's just say there's a hole in the wall or something, and a kid puts his hand in there and grabs a handful of it. I don't know.
Yeah, not at all. And that's what's the best part about this product is that it doesn't matter if your dogs eat it a little bit because it comes out and they're licking stuff up, or a child or anything like that. It is non-toxic. There is no off-gassing with this product, no CFCs, no any of that.
Really?
It's
good
a fantastic safe product.
What does it look like if I opened a wall? Does it come spilling out, or or does it kind of sit there?
It sits there. It becomes a solid plastic in the wall.
Solid? How solid?
Right. It's soft enough to where you can tear it up.
You can take a handful of it.
Sure. You can take a handful of it right out with your hand.
Now, if I had to put an outlet in the wall, I can just carve that right out.
You could. Yep, and you can fish a wire right through it. And it is at the home show this weekend, by the way.
Good
so you can come there, stick your finger in it.
Are you going to have the video loop going?
We will.
Of
all the videos.
But you can actually show them the materials.
Absolutely.
Do you know what booth number you are at the home show?
1222 for the Retro Foam booth.
1222. And where's your roof?
The Johnson Construction is 1223. We have a
right
relatively large island right there, right up at the front.
1123.
So when is the home show? It starts on...
It started this past Saturday.
Oh, it did? So
yes.
This is the one that goes a whole week.
It does.
So are you going right down there after this?
I will be.
1222 and 1223.
1123.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. 1123 is the Johnson Construction. That has the Euroshield roof.
1123.
Yes. And 1222 is going to be where the Retro Foam is.
Okay.
And spray foam, all that good stuff.
1222, 1123. And while you're down there, I want to mention K&H Home Solutions is down there. They have this, they have siding and windows 30% off, and you get an extra 10% down there, siding, windows, and doors. They'll be there.
How do you make money down there, guys? Explain how a home show helps a business.
Basically, it's brand recognition, number one. Plus, as people are walking by and they see your
you
product.
actually get leads, don't you?
Oh, constantly.
You take names and numbers. Are you giving away anything?
Just like EuroShield or Retrofoam, do they chip in with you guys?
Not necessarily. This is on us.
But it's
when
all
it comes
about
down to it.
It's all about.
Yeah, it's just
leads.
getting our name
It's
out
getting
there.
your product in front of thousands
Showing
of
people what it is. Let them see it. Let them see it through the walls. I mean, we've got it in walls that are transparent, so you can see how it looks. Even if you put it into, with cellulose, or any other type of insulation, you can see how we do it.
On that roof product, the hail-proof roof or the hail-resistant roof, is it generally double? If someone's got a hail claim and their insurance company's going to cop up, $10,000 to have their roof redone, how much is it?
It is more.
It's not bad. It's honestly, it's kind of on the level of something like a stone-coated steel, tile roof, that kind of a deal.
It's like an expensive roof.
It is.
But I think Jay said it does get expensive. But here's the deal, though. Look at what you're saving in the long run, and then you can raise your deductibles. And I believe, by the way, that you will have insurance companies catching up with these discounts for this. They have to eventually.
Absolutely, they're going to want people to have it.
Yeah, and so is it safe to say then that this product, this insulating product, can be done in almost every case from all outside the home?
No, not at all.
When do you?
There are times where you can't do it from outside.
But most of the time.
99%.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Most of 99%. So the times that you have to go in, when do you have to go in the house?
Usually if somebody has a really nice stucco finish on the outside, I don't recommend it because you're never going to get it exactly
that's
perfect.
what people want to know. Where do you insulate when you can't do it from outside?
We do it from the inside.
But where?
Oh, in the wall. In the exterior walls, we can go in, we can drill a hole in.
From the interior?
From the interior. And that's easy because it's an easy fix when you...
Oh, because all you have to do is fix the drywall.
That's right.
So you don't have to bring a lot of equipment in, do you?
Oh, no, not at all.
You just bring the hose?
Bring the hose in. We, make sure first we get everything clean. We can go up to a window. We've done that on a lot of commercial, installs.
In most cases, can a medium-sized home be done in a day?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
See, I love that. Even when you do it inside, you're not disrupting living space.
Not at all. Not at all.
Have we heard, Suzanne, from any of her? Did Joe Lazara ever call us back on that other family?
Yes, but the caller had hung up, so I told him the caller was calling him.
Oh, okay. So he did call back on that. So that was the one where the mom, the alcoholic, left and they're trying to get him on impersonating an officer, harassment, stalking. It sounds pretty serious. It's a contentious divorce after years and years. It's really sad, basically.
That Adam Levine one, I want to go on the record saying I don't believe her.
Now listen, seriously, if you're in a situation where your husband and wife has struck up an online relationship, you got to be very careful on the money part of it. Some of them are giving away bank account numbers, passwords. I don't know what they say to talk them into it, but please be mindful. Some people are freaking blindsided, and they find this one guy found $20,000 missing from his account, and there's nothing he can do about it. He was pissed at his bank. You can't get pissed at your bank when your wife has full access or your husband has full access.
And there's nothing they can do. I talk to people 10 times a day on Fridays.
Not once that money's gone.
The one thing I tell them is that try to have them Skype or FaceTime, because very often that'll convince them that it's not a real person, because they will never Skype or FaceTime.
Yeah, but you know what I found? Even like this one guy that kept getting ripped off of young lovers, these women that supposedly loved him, he'd send them money, never hear from him again. This guy would actually justify it, saying, oh, something happened, she must have gotten sick, and he'll fall for another one. This is where it borderlines mental illness. I'm serious.
No question.
You got to watch your elderly parents, your elderly relatives, because their cybercrime now is reaching into their pockets from outside the home.
Now, there was George...
So did you look up Spaghetti Monster?
No, it was in one of the top 10 crazy but real religions.
Yeah.
George Carlin's funny, too.
Oh, yeah.
He said when you
I love
die,
'em.
you go up into the roof,
No,
and
no.
until someone hits it with a pole, you're not reborn.
Your soul goes to a garage in Buffalo. He says that was what he was preaching. I'm going to have a religion, and when you die, your garage goes to a garage. Your soul goes to a garage in Buffalo.
Oh, it was really bad.
They let somebody take a driver's license picture with a strainer on their head, because that's part of their religion, for straining spaghetti, and they went to court, and they were allowed to take it with a strainer on their
Well,
head.
here's what happened.
Because it's part of their religion.
The fundamentalist got the court to say they could go in and teach the kids this stuff.
Right.
And then this guy invented that and said, okay, well then we're
That's
doing
what I
the
just
same.
said. Right. It was the Kansas School Board.
Oh no, it's a real religion.
MileHighEstatePlanning.com. Blake Harris is the expert we turn to for simple wills, powers of attorney, trusts, and all issues probate. So many people don't know what to do when someone dies, and they haven't made a plan. You can call Blake. He can help you immediately with the administration of an estate. Immediately, okay? So call him if you have a sudden need. 720-924-6171. But let's say you want a plan. What should you have? A trust? Maybe you just need a payable on death account, or a beneficiary's deed, or powers of attorney. And what is a living trust as opposed to a regular trust? He can answer these questions for you. He does consultations free of charge. And you only get charged when he actually does something, and he has flat rate pricing. Blake Harris, attorney at law. MileHighEstatePlanning.com. You can call or text him here. There's always free parking, night and weekend appointments. He's down at Union Station, and it's free parking. 720-924-6171. 720-924-6171.
Hey guys, a call we took last week is headline on 9 News today.
Which one is it?
The Circle K Puerto Rican license, which, by the way, I emailed Circle K's corporate. They haven't got back to me, but I sent you guys the article.
That's cool.
So apparently Circle K won't accept Puerto Rican license
what were you showing?
for cigarettes.
This is a real religion.
Oh, yeah, he said it. That's because he was pissed off.
There's like fucking 30 of them that literally put these strainers on there.
They're just trying.
Yeah, but it's not really. They're just trying to make fun. They're doing it to make
They're
fun.
an actual real non-profit, real religion.
They want to make fun of religion.
I know, right? It's just notoriety.
The thing about,
Look at these wackos.
You know what it is, Tom?
There's the front man.
Tom, for the argument that you can't produce it, you can't.
Start your 14-day
Is this
trial
just in
today.
California?
Change your habits,
Yeah, I know,
change your
I
mind,
know.
and change for good. With new
No, there's even a guy from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's the Pastafarians.
They went that far. I can't believe
That's my
they went that
religion.
far.
I believe in the invisible flying spaghetti monster. And you can't.
Oh, there's a picture of this flying.
Yeah.
Well, they have floats of it too. There's a float in a parade.
Yeah.
Da Vinci did
Here
that
it is. Here it is. Here.
No, it's up there too. Right there. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Am I going to convert all you guys? Because I'm a pastor in this religion.
He can marry us.
I'll bet you can legally.
But you gotta be a meatball.
You can.
Can you marry a meatball in the...
Hey, who did your roof?
It's more
Excel.
It's
I could name 3 of them that have already been taken out by him. In Dallas, Texas, last year.
Well, if it's over 4 inch, man,
No.
it's not
What
gonna matter.
kind of hail would it take?
It was about 2.75 inch hail. They took it out.
It does have a hail warranty, though.
Yeah, but it stops at 2
Didn't the
inches
guy
also.
from...
I don't know.
I know because I was F-Wave was what I know more.
Yeah,
F-Wave was what I was really into.
Yeah.
That they can't say
The fire rate is great.
Yeah, the fire rate was what got me into it.
I live out in the woods too, man.
Yeah,
Like literally.
in that case, it's a yes. But to sit there and compare it to hailproof, if I'm ever on and I hear it called hailproof, I'm going to sit there and start naming addresses that are taken out by hail.
The Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt assistance. The award-winning experts at Optima Tax Relief will fight to get you the best deal
So we're having a church
protecting
meeting
your
with somebody
paycheck
today.
and your
You guys want to
assets from
come?
IRS collection.
Maybe you're not allowed
The
to
only
eat
problem
spaghetti.
I have is I need a low carb religion.
So if you eat it, or you like a cannibal?
I need a low-carb religion. Do they have a low-carb option?
You know,
Ketoism.
Ketoism, okay.
Suzanne's church, or not her church,
I'm going to do keto.
but her parents' church believed not to vote.
You can start it. You can pastor.
Because they thought everything was predetermined.
A lot of people believe that. No, or they believe they shouldn't take part in the world. A lot of them preach that.
That's kind of weird, though, predetermined.
When you go to communion, you eat a wafer.
That kind of takes the fun out of it.
So when you go to Presbyterian, you eat spaghetti. It's the body of the spaghetti monster.
And you get full.
Right.
And you don't have to pay taxes.
Taxes.
Although bread is low carb too, so I guess.
Did you take that one little slip of paper?
Oh man, I'll tell you a place I did like. Their fucking steak was delicious, and I got a steak there, Ocean Prime.
Oh, it's great.
They're fucking.
You don't like seafood?
I do a little, but their steak was.
Wasn't Ocean Prime beautiful?
It was.
Did you get? They have a butter cake. Did you love Ocean Prime? Isn't it wonderful? I love it.
It was
one of my
steak
favorites.
was crazy for the price.
It's a great.
Mark, well, that's because they're special, right?
Yep.
Mark,
it was like butter, man.
Everything they have is good. Everything.
Well, what got me is the first time in a while I had bread. They brought that stupid fucking.
God! I hate bread. I
hate
love it.
bread.
I hate it and I love it. You know what I mean? Oh.
And then they give you a thing of butter that's got to be.
Jesus, I know it. Don't say it. Ah.
And their carrot cakes.
Have you ever had the lemon
cake? They have butter cake, Mark, their own version. It's not as good as Maestro's, but.
Have you had the lemon cake at Del Fresco's?
Yes. Oh
Isn't
my God.
Oh, that is outrageously good.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Well, we are plumb out of calls, so you can get right in if you want. If not, that's fine. We can talk. We have a lot to talk about. I'm looking at my little folder here of very important issues. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I don't know why I'm finding it so difficult to find this. Okay, by the way, some emails on Rocky Mountain Retrofoam. This is a good one. Do you do barns and outbuildings? Okay. Do you? By the way, why wouldn't you? Can't you do anything with a cavity, right?
Absolutely. Now, anything that's got a cavity, we can put that retrofoam in there as long as it's closed, but we can do spray foam on pole barns and everything else.
Oh, so on pole barns and stuff. So you just go on the inside and spray it down. But that spray foam can't have... Can it the R value of thicker stuff, or can it? What's the most
it depends on what you get.
Can
now,
you do more than one level? I mean, more than one layer of spray foam?
You can, absolutely.
You have to come back after it dries?
Not necessarily. You can just wait a little bit of time, and you can get it right on the same.
So you do everything. You do cellulose or not?
No cellulose.
You do fiberglass. So all kinds of blown in. Do you do batting?
We do not do batting.
Okay, so blown in, that's all you want. You don't really want batting.
Exactly.
Batting is old technology.
Right.
So you do blown in fibers, you do spray on, you do foam, and then what else? That's it, right?
That's it. Now, we also have services like we do energy audits now. We do Excel rebates. Things like that.
So you're an approved contractor.
You got
Excel.
it. That's
okay.
You got it.
That's really good.
Big deal.
Very good.
Big deal.
A lot of people don't know the rebates out there on that stuff.
There's good
rebates. Can you explain that?
Sure. Now, Excel, depending on what you have as far as your furnace and what you have as far as insulation, you can get some Excel rebates with them that'll pay you to help you do this.
For your foaming.
That's correct.
Oh, I gotta put that in our commercial stuff. I didn't add that.
It helps pay for
That's really a good one.
It does.
We don't know. I don't know specifically, but I can say some rebates are available through.
That's
Excel.
correct. On top of that, about a month ago, we heard that the federal government is doing their tax credit again. So that gives you 10% of whatever it costs you
when
up
will that
to $500.
Oh, no, that's incredible.
That's now.
No, this is important stuff. Rocky Mountain Retro Foam, and you're telling me that we're going to be able to get, if you're in the program, you can go and find out what Excel Energy has as far as
their rebates. That's right.
Here's the number. Rocky Mountain Retro Foam is 720-676-6333. And then, of course, Johnson Construction. Just go here, roofsbyjohnson.com. And don't forget referralist.com. Save all your problems for me.
As you approach retirement,
Good show, guys. Good ending there.
Very nice. Very nice.
You know, Bernie won 46.8 to 20%.
Wow. Oh, Biden got 20%?
20.2, yep. Basically 7,000 versus 3,000 votes.
I read somewhere, because they're all fake, that illegals is what put him over the top.
Oh, yeah.
I heard his